I just started things up on my end.
Mhm.
Since they're streaming wise.
Good.
Hello.
There.
How dare you?
What?
I was in the middle of doing that.
Too bad.
Huh?
Bastard.
I
That is
updated
what it
his
was.
icon.
I was in the middle of editing it.
Oh, to the picture I drew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Uh-oh.
Why does the
Well.
map feel off?
Seems fine to me.
See black dots everywhere. Those weren't there before.
Wait,
The
what?
light posts?
Yeah, but they're all over the buildings too. Something here ain't right. Hang on.
I think it's you're bugged slightly.
I
Cause
think that's you.
yeah.
I was looking at like this doesn't look right, but no one else has said anything. I might be just more delirious than I think I am because sleep.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Fool.
Are you sure you're up for today's session?
We'll figure that out as we go.
You know, I hear Tylenol works wonders.
oh my god.
I hear a lot of things help.
I hear a lot of things help. Please kill me.
I mean, that's one of them, I guess. It's more of a permanent solution, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The map just there's no words. I can see us, but I don't see the names of anything. What's going on here? There we go. Now it worked. I have no idea what's going on. I think my computer might be delirious.
Your computer?
It's okay. The computer lives for now. I think if I randomly disappear, I'm just gonna say the computer fell asleep.
Alright.
Okay.
And it totally wasn't me passing out and face desking. It's definitely the excuse I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, are we good to start?
I suppose we are. Let's go ahead and it'll probably have been a bit of time, obviously, as usual. While I'm making sure I know exactly what today's date is, someone would like to go over what happened last time.
Last time we met Charlie, and he had brought in a few new friends for us to deal with.
High five across town.
Yep.
Which is surprising, and we don't know how you survived that.
I am bullshit, as we say.
But Charlie brought a really friendly little snail who is a baby time god named Pi. They're really adorable. And, I mean, there's also the desert god in his bomber jacket, but he's not too active. But he also brought in the Challenger, who proceed to chase us around town. And we kind of dealt with him in a sense of giving him a challenge, and we won that challenge. So he's just leaving the snail and Charlie alone, and he seems to have his new eyes set on a new goal. On what that is, we don't know. So, yay, that's fun. Also, Kelly might have a bit of nightmare issues in the sense of seeing her friends die for a good 3 to 4 times.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Donut.
It'll be fine.
Fine.
Because the factor, she's the only one remembering the factor that it took 3 to 4 times to actually properly deal with the guy. Because she was holding the time snail during the times we goofed up, and so when time rewind, she was the only one who recalls the moments that they died.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'd be fine.
It's cool. It's chill.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. So, at the moment, it is April 16th, a Thursday.
The day after my birthday.
Your character's birthday or your actual one?
Both.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to scroll back a day and you can celebrate
It's-
your birthday with
no,
him, or
it's good.
do you think Charlie wouldn't have mentioned?
It probably wouldn't have done much.
Fair enough.
16.
Oh my god.
Well, go ahead and, up your age by 1.
And he's officially in the things from the flood, I believe now, correct?
Yeah, but I didn't account for that, so we'll worry after session about upgrading his character sheet.
Boom, there you go.
Alright. So yeah, you just update your age to 16 and add a +1 to one of your base stats.
I have
Attributes?
no more donut.
What?
He has no more
I may
donut.
have had a donut. There's no longer a donut.
Okay.
There you go. Alright. Congratulations on 16. So,
I realize Kelly's probably the last one who gets her birthday in the sense of like how the order goes in the sense of things.
It's okay. One of us will become your babysitter.
hey,
Oh,
so some time has passed.
Do we move our characters to the correct spots then? In a sense of
Wherever
things?
you want. There's no school today because I think I mentioned in a prior session that school just kind of ended up getting canceled for the rest of the year, given that a lot of weird stuff was happening.
You did not mention this.
Well,
You
in
did
that case, it's being mentioned now.
And
And also because we're now at the point where I can't really where I can't really pull you guys to school pretty much every day and still move the story along at a decent pace.
yeah.
So,
Allison, Charlie, where are you guys in the map?
somewhere.
We're on the map.
Yeah, no, I know that.
good job.
Move it to where you guys are going to start off at.
So I'm gonna go hang out with Griff. I haven't talked to Griff in a
I'll,
hot minute.
I'll follow, I guess.
Come with me, you're meeting Griff.
Cool, I'll meet Griff.
Alright, Charles has been hanging out with Allison for the 2 weeks it's been roughly.
I got a job to... Sorry.
So anyways. So yes, it's Thursday.
Okay.
We'll say it's not too early in the morning because obviously Allison and Charles have already made their way to Griff's Firewatch Tower to chat with the man. But it's still, it's somewhat early in the day. Sun's most of the way up in the sky. Who would like to go about their morning first?
I volunteer the alien.
Oh no, we're throwing the new guy under the bus. Both of you. You done's. Do the
Wait, but I'm
thing.
following. Wait, who's Griff?
But who's Griff?
Who's Griff? Who was
I'm
following?
throwing you and the new guy under the bus. Fuck you.
Who was
But I threw you under
following?
the bus first.
No, new guy rules. Not how this works.
What do I do?
All right. So Charles, you're following Allison through the woods up to a
Yeah.
fire watchtower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You
Heading up.
good?
You're good.
Yeah.
All right. You heading up? Charles is heading up the fire watchtower after
Yeah.
Allison. Yeah. Yep.
Riveting storylines.
I know, right?
Okay, what am I go? I'm going to the fire watchtower. Now what?
Pokes the
Hi,
boat.
Griff.
Do something.
All right. You guys get to the top, and you can see inside. There's a man leaned back in his chair at his desk, with a newspaper draped on his face. You hear
Charlie,
him.
this is Griff. He's taking a nap, it seems.
You hear a muffled, "Come on in."
Okay. Waddling on it.
Griff sits up and takes the newspaper off his face. "Hey, Allison, who's this?"
Hey, Griff. This is Charlie, a new friend.
Hi.
"Oh, nice to meet you, Charlie."
He's kind of been trying to show him around the area as much because he's new in town.
Oh, seems pretty neat. Kind of weird, but neat.
It's a small town.
This is Griff. He's a good friend. I come up here every so often, just kind of talk and hang out with him. Occasionally bring him pizza.
Yeah.
See anything interesting up here recently, Griff?
Oh, not a whole lot.
See any animals out of the ordinary in the area?
No, not a lot of animals at all, really.
It's a little weird. Birds?
A
Birds.
few. They might still be
Fair.
on their way north again after, heading south for the winter.
That's
But
fair.
it is taking them a while.
Yeah. Hope it ain't been too rough on you up here, considering the times that have passed.
Yeah. It's all good. Welcome to hang out as long as you like.
Sure. What is there to do out here? You just look for fire.
Mostly, yeah.
Oh, okay. That was mostly a joke. I didn't know that was actually what you did.
It's
I
a
mean,
fire
I'm-
watchtower.
Pretty self-explanatory.
I'm the fire watchman. I watch for
Fu-
fires.
You watch for fires. That seems like such a boring job.
Yeah,
Does it at least pay well?
it pays decent.
Oh well, that's good.
So I come up here and bug him, grab some of his attention because it gets kind of boring up here, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Though originally, I was mostly just bored and wandered
Yeah.
around. So then I found here.
Yeah. Well, something to do.
It is.
Someone to talk to.
Exactly. Griff's a good person. At one point, he rolled me up in a burrito and I fell asleep on the floor.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes.
She needed it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a good nap.
I hope so.
Oh, wait a minute. I realized we left Riley with the thing that I think was dangerous, or did we leave that back at the other place? Oh no, I forgot.
Depends which thing you're thinking about.
What thing?
Out of character the penumbra because I can't remember what the fuck we did with it last game.
Oh my god.
I took it home, Fivehead, remember?
He's got
Oh,
it with
yeah.
him.
Yeah, but in character I'm gonna keep going with I don't remember and I should be concerned. Charlie, we should probably go check on Riley. There's a lot of Lee in these names. Hang on a moment. Charlie, Riley, Kelly. Now, hold on a minute here.
Allison.
Allie.
Okay, something here's going. I'm
It's a
toxicated.
conspiracy, maybe.
I'm just gonna start walking down the stairs mumbling to myself.
Bye.
Bye, Griff. Talk to you later.
Oh my god.
We know we're going to the treehouse, or at least I am.
There you go.
Are you still following Charlie? Are you staying up there?
Yeah.
You're-
I s-
Okay, we will wait there and give the others their turn to do things.
Yeah. Riley, Kelly, which one of yous?
Oh, I'm asleep, like straight up. I'm still in bed.
Alright, Riley's asleep. Kelly, how about you?
I would say she was asleep. But, she's kind of been off and on with some nightmares in the sense of what kind of happened last session.
Fair enough.
So, she kind of woke up in a startled state, kind of off the side of her bed, upside down. Fun little scenario in the sense of things. But after she wakes up with a start, she's kind of like, she tries calming herself down a little bit more, like in the sense of things, kind of gets herself ready and decide to get up and gets herself ready to wander around the town just to keep her mind off of things a little bit.
Fair enough.
So she kind of does her usual with like her hair and her clothes and such like that. And she goes she grabs a small breakfast, not too big in a sense of things, but she goes stop and chat with her mom for a little bit and just seeing how she's doing, so forth.
She's doing alright. Business has been alright. Not great, but not too slow either.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Asked if Miss our even though school is not active, she does still ask like, does Mr. Wellman still kind of visit? In a
He
sense,
doesn't as much now that he doesn't have, a pressing curriculum-based reason to do so.
but
Not
it's
that he really not that he really ever did, to be honest, but he does still stop by sometimes to get things.
yeah. And at Kelly does the normal like small talk and listen to things, and she comments, "I'm gonna go out and go to see some friends."
All right, have fun.
Will do. Have a good one, Ma.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, Kyle starts leaving, and she probably is like, they're probably at the treehouse, so she's gonna start walking to the treehouse.
All right. You'd probably get there after the others. So, Allison, Charles, you've made it to the tree house.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Casually walking in.
You walk in.
Riley, where are you?
Just passed out to sleep still.
On the floor?
Nah, in bed, as it be.
They,
Which floor is this bed on?
I should be on first floor.
yeah,
All the
Okay,
other-
then we
all my
probably
other
could
junk.
see-
cause
Then would we be able to see you immediately then? I think we would, wouldn't we?
Fuck, I don't know. We don't have a fucking floor plan at the treehouse. All we got is a picture.
I
Um,
feel like there would be at least a lock on the door for Riley's room in a sense of things, but
Got it.
just to make sure, in a sense of things.
Got it. So immediately, I'm going to go and try his room door. The question is, did Riley lock it?
No.
I'm actually
No.
able to chill here without a man trying to follow me and kill me.
That's fine. Going to walk in and see Riley sleeping. Going to go to. I'm assuming there's a kitchen area. Grab a pot and a pan.
Something like that, yeah.
Walk back in. And bang them together.
Kelly just shows up at the right moment of just hearing the
Bang, bang.
Once he wakes up, I'll stop.
Fucking it, just like kicks open the door. Fuck you.
Morning, Riley.
Fuck you, get out of my treehouse. You're no longer allowed in here if you keep waking me up like that, you bitch.
Kelly used to have to come upstairs in the sense of to the first floor. Sees Charlie and go, "Hey, Charlie."
Oh, hi.
I'm guessing that was Allison or Riley, or maybe
I
both.
guess. Probably.
Fuck. Get out of here, you fucking tree rabbit.
Calm down, Riley.
You bust open my door while I'm trying to take a sleep. Next time, knock like a normal person, goddammit.
Bust open the door, it was unlocked.
Don't wake me up.
Alright, next time I won't wake you up.
I want to sleep in peace. The ferret usually
Okay.
wakes me up. Speaking of which,
Yeah, I
where is the
said
ferret?
I won't wake you up. And for the ferret, I got no clue.
He's
By the way,
playing
I
one
brought
of his.
Charlie.
He's playing one of the cubby holes again.
Apparently,
Wolf.
Kelly's also here. I'd
Yeah,
also like to
watch your
say something,
sleeps.
you three. Have you all noticed you three's names end with Lee?
You're concerned about this? Why?
I'm not. I just find it
Not really.
strange.
I mean, you
I've
have
always,
Lee in the middle of your name.
yeah. I've always been Charles until I
Or Allie.
came here. So I've never really known Charlie until now.
I mean, there was also Trevor.
There's no Lee in that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ted
but
and
he's
Trevor.
also been busy at home recently.
Trevor and Ted, from my understanding, are the only ones that do not fit the criteria.
James.
Okay, let me iterate. Of the people we constantly do stuff with, i.e., everyone in this current building,
This is true.
He just started. Callie points to Charlie.
I was gonna say he just joined this cohort of death.
Cohort of death. Sounds about
yeah,
right.
welcome to the 7th layer of hell. Anyway,
It's an 8-layer devil's food cake.
Oh, yummy.
It doesn't taste good.
anyway,
Okay.
I was mostly concerned because I was like, wait a minute. Did we leave the penumbra gun at Mr. Ryder's, or did you
No.
take it?
You put it on the table thinking you were gonna leave it here. Lo and behold, that I'm responsible for this weapon and do not trust the giant battery pack to do so. Not that I don't trust him, it's just the fact being is that I'd prefer to be mobile with a weapon, because the last time we had this issue was with the gloves in the Rocker's hands, and we got attacked by a 7-foot-tall fucking god eater, and we didn't have him on hand. So, all due
Mhm.
respect, the gun stays with me.
That's fair. Oh, also, zombie gun can no longer be made.
I didn't plan on doing anything with that in the beginning.
I'm kind of glad that turned out the way it did. No,
Shut up, God!
Shut up, God.
Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
Angry
no,
Soup
fuck the
Man
project.
killed Squishy after resurrecting him, so that happened that as well.
Yeah, no, he's probably still on the ground where he died.
Yeah,
Again.
no, he's definitely dead. He's not coming back. It's a shame.
Well,
you
Poor
know,
Squishy.
do you want to know
Squishy's-
something very, very interesting?
What?
Because of the nature of the Challenger, you were able to prove that, yes, he could technically bring the dead back to life in full form.
Yes.
So, you probably could have asked him very important plot-relevant questions, and he would have just answered you.
You know, but you have to understand though, we're idiots. So
I know. I'm just glad that no one realized and took advantage of that, because that would have made things complicated for me.
So why do you bring it up?
Because I wanted to point out and maybe gloat a little bit that you missed an opportunity to mess with my plans.
Oh my
All
god.
Alright, boys, we're resurrecting the Challenger.
No,
Who says
Bad
he's
idea.
dead?
he's still alive.
That's it, we're finding the Challenger.
No, we
Let's
are
split and search
not.
for clues, gang.
No, we are not.
Just feel like I challenge you
I'm
to
still
bring Rose back to life.
No. Oh.
Just fuck with the entire plot.
I challenge you to kill Ted.
No.
Okay,
Jesus
we can't just
Christ.
keep committing murder. We're gonna run out of townspeople.
We haven't killed any townspeople yet.
I distinctly remember the fact being that like we've lost several people, including myself, several times inside. So, and I distinctly remember somebody bringing up the fact that Allison died somewhere during that time jump.
You can't remember that.
Brought that up. I'll look back in the Twitch streams. You brought that up during our conversation.
Yes, but in character, Riley doesn't know this.
You did bring that up in conversation in the RP. Do
Okay.
you not remember?
Okay, in character.
Moving on.
Okay. It's my bad.
Was-
It's been a fucking week, okay?
Moving on.
Time fuckery is getting weird in here.
Yes.
So, anyways.
Yes.
So,
So-
I was mostly just trying to figure out where it was and if we needed to go and get it. And figure out where and what you're doing with it now.
That is staying in the treehouse. It is staying with me, and unless a threat arrives in terms of needing it, it is staying here. I don't go willy-nilly like a Republican shooting people left and right, hoping for something to happen here.
If
They shatters people's,
Can I
personalities.
just point out, if it's the Challenger again that shows up, don't shoot him with that thing unless we put a challenge to him that allows us to do so. Please.
Why? What happens if we don't?
I want to shoot him just to find out what happened.
No! I've already been through it a few times, and it didn't end well.
But what if we want to see it?
Again. and
Do you
again.
want to be impaled? Does Charlie want to be hanged from, like, some sort of tree or raptor type of deal? And do you want Riley to
Yeah.
be munched on by a row of teeth?
I'd rather not.
I don't want to get eaten. Contrary to
Again,
what some people believe.
see, not have it happen.
I like having my blood in me.
I like not being food.
Yes.
Charlie kind
So
of
what
just...
if we eat the snail?
No, we are not eating the snail!
Okay, again, comic books do not relate to real life. You do not consume a thing to gain its power. Alright, we learned that very well with the calculator. We are not doing it again.
But what if?
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna slowly raise the penumbra guns like it'd be so
No,
easy.
no.
I want to do it again.
No.
Wait, again?
Oh, God, don't worry about it. Anyway. What are we going to do today? Because I don't believe we're in a constant threat unless Dingus McGingus Time God over here is going to get chased around by another God Eater.
Is that me? Is that supposed
Yeah,
to be me?
that's you.
I mean, you're with you have pie.
Yeah.
Wait, pie or tie?
It's pie. The
It's
snail.
Pi.
like-
P-I.
Oh.
Also, creative name in the sense of the shell.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
I don't get it.
It's pi, very, very long number,
Oh, that.
Theoretically
nerd
infinite
about
goes it's snail shell spirals in on itself forever.
it. Damn. Cool. Alright,
Have
so
you named the shovel?
why?
That's a good idea. I probably should.
Just why? Why do you do this?
You what?
Do this. Just
You what? I have
You know,
done absolutely nothing wrong.
there are perks to living outside society
Do you see
sometimes.
Kelly just kind of dangle one of her sleeves in front of one of the cubby holes where Sir Mittens probably is?
Yeah.
You have to give it a few seconds. Patience.
Mhm.
Patience. And then the mongoose leaps out viciously at his target, grabbing onto the sleeve and immediately
Oh.
trying to yank it within.
You
I feel
asked
like-
for it, Kelly.
I
He's gonna
know.
try to keep taking it.
If the squirrel's not squirrel, if the snail's name weren't Pie, Fibonacci would also work.
There you go.
That I swear I heard something entirely different.
No,
Okay, no.
Fibonacci. This guy that made the golden ratio.
I heard it correctly now, but initially I heard something completely different.
What the heck?
Charles,
did
you have to
learn?
understand, this man has hillbilly brain. So.
Oh.
Good type over here.
Did you get any sleep?
What do you mean sleep?
Who needs sleep?
That's what I heard initially.
Oh my god, you guys.
What was it?
We can't say that because of Twitch terms and
Oh,
services. But let's just say to the chat, bad word. Bad gamer word.
Okay,
yeah. Yes.
what are we gonna do today?
Drugs?
No.
Oh.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Your
thank
your
you.
option to anything we do today has generally been drugs or breaking into someplace.
I've already given up on both of those at this point because anytime I suggest something, it's always a no. So I'm
See,
just gonna follow
what you gotta
guys.
do is just not say anything, leave quietly, and then do it.
What is my shovel's name?
What kind of what's the part of being in a group if you don't smoke weed together or bust in a window with the family?
Because the family
That's
likes
life.
passive ways of solving problems.
But those ways are boring.
That's why you go
Wanna
alone.
just walk around town for a bit?
Do you expect anything to happen after the last time we fought a god eater?
Also, Charles, didn't you have important things you wanted to talk to them about before shit went
Right.
shit went down?
Good
Wait a
point.
minute.
Hey guys. Hey, important time stuff.
Mm-hmm. Kelly kind of pulls her sleeve back out of the cubby hole.
He's gonna latch onto you.
Mongoose is still kind of attached to it.
She pets the mongoose.
Don't get bitten. I
I'm
think he's hungry. I don't know when's the last time he ate.
I'm going to lift up the mongoose and set it on Kelly.
Right. So on my way here,
Mm-hmm.
you know, through time and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I saw a bunch of like endings,
Yeah.
bunch of outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't properly describe it with words, but we're gonna need a lot of people
Well,
for something that could happen. It could happen in this timeline. I think it will.
Well, lucky we have an army of kids.
with the
You're
power of
gonna
plot
need-
progression and dictatorship recruitment, we do have such an
Yeah.
army.
You're gonna need all of them.
It's okay. I'll break into the school and get on the PA system.
The
next
only
time.
context I have that I can properly describe is a big machine behind a concert,
What?
like behind a stage.
I don't know if you've been this. I know you haven't been this town long. But this is a very small place to host a concert in.
The only
That's a
thing.
good point. I don't know the context either,
The closest
but
thing I
that's
can think of that has like anything screen wise, it's the movie
The
theater.
drive-in.
Yeah, the drive-in.
So that's if there's a concert, that's probably where it'll be held.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's the only
That's all
place
I
that
know.
makes sense.
But it's very important. I think.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is, to save us all the trouble, we gotta destroy the drive-in.
No.
No, maybe not.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I don't know if it'll.
Don't worry,
It-
I'll handle it.
Is Kelly's hands free from the mongoose?
I put it on your head.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Kelly goes into her bag and pulls out her little sketchbook and such like that. Her little journal.
Sarah, did you have a new premonition?
No, I don't know, because these things happen randomly, so who the ever dickens know? I just doodle when I'm bored.
You've also doodled.
Are you
pretty-
trying to invoke a premonition?
Not fully. Kelly's just, like, in the mood to draw. So she's drawing randomly again.
So I have an idea based off of Allison's ramblings. We go half and half. All right. Half of us bust into the school, use the PA system to call all the kids to the treehouse, and the other half,
School's closed, remember?
school's closed, but windows are bustable.
Yeah, but if the kids aren't in the school, how are they going to hear the school system's PA system?
There's an outdoor PA. The PA system's gonna be.
It's not far enough for the house district.
So, next idea. Someone who is probably not me, because I'm bad at talking to people, should go and gather the other kids to the treehouse.
The man with the highest charm skill, or the highest leading skill, does not have the ability to lead people.
I can lead people, I can't convince people. There's a difference.
That is true.
We could see if Trevor and Williams down and helping us out with gathering folks.
Yes. And I will go plant bombs in the movie theater.
No.
You don't have bombs. I know this.
You don't
for-
know that?
Okay, where the fuck are your bombs? They're
Back at
five.
home.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait,
I mean,
one more.
they're
Hold on.
firecrackers, but
Wait,
I mean, if you mix them with fertilizer and gasoline, it might work.
wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I got another one.
What?
Premonition.
Another thing I saw.
Detail.
Yeah?
Another detail. That's the word, detail.
Mhm.
I remember seeing young man, kid, around, us in a lab coat.
That's Ted,
Ted!
I think. Sounds
so we gotta
like
kill
Ted.
Ted.
No, we
Wait,
don't.
No. Wait,
Got
wait.
you.
I don't think we have
No.
to kill anyone.
No.
Not
Okay.
yet, at least.
If it involves
Why-
Ted, I can talk to him in the sense that, like, I've been chatting with him ever so often.
Haven't you guys said that man's literally antisocial and like coops up in his
Okay,
house
the
entire
reason why
time?
he's antisocial is the fact of because the weasels and the badgers. I have
At least
not.
give him an excuse to be an ass.
Fair enough. I've been chatting with him slightly. I have not break the news to him that the Weasel CEO is actually dead.
You
Because-
haven't brought this up to the one person in town that probably matters to the most.
Okay, you know how awkward it is to explain the fact that we know the CEO for one of the companies is fucking dead.
Didn't you guys
If
also
everything
attempt to
When
break into his
when
house?
when in the news it mentioned him being missing.
Didn't you guys
Wouldn't
also
you
like
think-
break into his house?
Breaking in is a strong word. I climbed through an open window.
Yeah, that's breaking and entering there in state law. I have the book.
No, it's illegally entering. I did break nothing.
Did you break the window?
No, it was open.
Did you break anything on his lawn?
No.
Kelly?
No, he had traps in this incident. I got hit in the face by a cream pie.
I think you broke that man's cream pie. That's breaking and entering.
I didn't. Kelly did. Kelly
I
broke
didn't
it
think
into
Kelly
the
was out of the
back.
woods either. but
Okay, to be fair, it was flung into my face by like a catapult that he
He
made.
had every reason to. You guys were trespassing on his lawn.
We're trying to help him.
The
Okay.
man seems to be able to
I
defend
can stop.
himself. Why?
Okay. If it involves that, I could probably stop by his house and chat with him about.
Got it. I'll get a gun and some body bags then.
Wait.
Did you have another preposition there, Time Boy?
No. Just saying, don't kill people. Not yet.
We've only killed like one person during our
Yeah.
entire existence
And technically, he was already dead in the sense of filled with Aaron Palison.
Don't you tell me how my mother died.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about your mom.
We're
I'm
talking about
the weasel.
people.
We're talking about the weasel CEO.
That is true.
I've killed
I
a few
mean,
people,
technically,
but
do we
not
want to
that
count
bad.
Ryder? But he was brought back.
Wait, hang on. What did you just say, Charlie?
What?
Did you just say you killed 3 people?
No.
Hold
not
on.
3 people.
We're sitting with a murderer.
Maybe 2. I think.
Hold on.
We're sitting with a murderer.
Well,
You
okay.
said
If you
I'm
count.
the murderer.
Anyway, okay. That's not important.
It is important. It's called
It's-
trust there, dingus.
I didn't kill anyone that was my friend. So
That doesn't make it any better, because at any point in time, you could just as well say, "You're not my friend," and just be like, "All right, it's time to die."
well, how am I gonna do that? I don't
You
have
have
a
a shovel and a time slug. You could probably try and fail and do it again.
You could probably kill ourselves when we were babies, and just be
Oh
done.
my
Why would
god.
I want to do that? That would take so much concentration. I would have to tell Pi to go all the way to the past, and I don't even think he would listen. I just thought about coming to 1987, and I'm here. So who knows what this snail does?
Does that mean if we
Actually-
think about going back to the dinosaurs,
Actually,
we can bring
that
a T-Rex?
Hey, whoa, stop thinking! Stop thinking!
With Allison, that's not too hard.
Okay.
Hey!
Okay. Can I bring up a
So,
question
villains.
on how the fuck did I rewind time a little bit there? In the sense of what happened a few weeks ago?
Wait, you ran out of time?
I replayed the scenery and situation we had with the Challenger 3 to 4 times. In the sense of things.
We had
And you-
And I was not even thinking of rewinding.
You know, you do talk to a lot of mystical items as of late, and it seems to be part of your
Yeah,
persona.
Stay home and let you 3 deal with this. We have a time traveler, an alien, and someone who talks to demons.
Because
Oh,
believe it or not, we need
stay.
someone with the ragged time skills
Demons
to be
and
able to break
aliens,
into buildings.
technically, because remember what Ryder was in a sense of things.
He is a
Ryder
walking
was human.
dead
No,
bat.
he's not. I don't know what.
He was a human that was stuck in a sentient skull for a past
That's still human, but now he's not human. I don't know what he is.
Human plus.
He went to New Game
And then
Plus.
somehow I managed to transfer his mind into a 15-foot tall electric porcupine that can only see electromagnets and electro things.
Is that how that?
Previously
Is that
tried
is that what
killing
happened?
us.
Huh?
Is that what happened?
Yeah, why Mr. Ryder was not able to help us was because he could not see the Challenger at all.
Ah, I see.
How the dude functioned.
Kelly's just an ethereal jumper cable, transferring power from one being to another.
I don't know. I legit don't know.
And all I can do is run, stab something, and hide.
You're the most normal kid in this entire crew, to be honest.
Yet no one here trusts me
Huh.
with anything important.
You just said you wanted to blow up the drive-in movie theater.
Yes, and guess what
Yeah.
guess what I've also found out through all this time? None of you have a sense of sarcasm at all.
We have an Alice plan in case things go wrong, but we did
Oh,
at
God.
one point in time attempt to break into the Weasels Company compound. Did we not?
Which is kind of terrifying, the fact that we got our stuff covered up for some reason.
Yeah. I was wearing a welder's mask with some mitts. Kind of dark, but it still worked.
Yeah, but me and one or two other folks were not covered in the least.
That is
Oh.
true.
Was
And
it like 4 of us there though? There was
yeah,
me,
there was
you, Trevor, Riley.
and William.
William was there? I don't remember William being there.
He was
William
right.
was on the outskirts running perimeter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because he was kind of helping us out that night as well.
He also scouted the place out for us because, God forbid, if we walked in there
cannot
blind, who
kill
knows how
me
many of
with
those
my
buggers were gonna try to
knives.
eat us.
Oh god, I'm curious if they dealt with the fucking one dude in the warehouse.
I'm
We
going.
can go and find out.
No, we are not finding out that,
I'm
man.
going
Let's
to
go,
iterate
guys.
this to you three real quick before we run off on another adventure. Usually I'm the most normal person here, and my skills are useful. The most useful thing I have done is fail to find a button for nearly 20 minutes!
I mean, next time we'll tell you where the button is, but I mean, honestly, this was the one time where it came in use to not tell you a thing.
Two.
Oh my
We
god.
try. We do try. Anyway, if you want to get your fertilizer bombs or whatever the heck and go blow up the theater, I guess. I'm not going to stop you at this point in time.
Again, sarcasm. It exists, Riley.
I know, I'm very literal. I do wish for to see the theater blown up if it's going to be a problem. The bandana across my forehead is not just there to cover up bits. It does, in fact, display a personality of crazy and insanity.
Yeah,
I have a freaking mongoose. What normal person has a mongoose for a pet?
it's true.
Yeah,
I
and
have
he's
a
got a
snail.
time sale for a pet.
Yeah,
I'm sure you got something a lot more normal than that, buddy. But you're also an alien.
I mean, to be honest, we thought that Sir Mittens was in fact a cat,
Yeah.
then a mongoose, then a ferret.
So we still question the fact of how mongoose got here.
I mean, North America does not have a lot of mongoose, so. But
monkeys.
not the point. I mean, do we want to have a battle plan and gather the kiddos?
I can talk to
Yeah.
Ted and.
All right. Why don't we split up? One of us goes talks to Ted, preferably someone who has not attempted to break into the poor man's house.
I've been to Ted's place before, and he's actually let me inside his place. I can actually
Alright,
properly
Kelly-
talk to him.
Kelly will go talk to Ted. I'm assuming one of us needs to go get Trevor and the other guys down the road. I will leave that up to I'll leave that up to Allison, and I guess take Time Boy with you so that he can meet the kids as well. Get to know
Where are
the-
you going?
I have things to do. So you do your things. I will stay here and hold down the tree fort.
Beach episode.
Riley, what are you planning?
Don't worry about nothing.
Riley?
Listen, there's not much for me to do. It seems pretty clear the only thing we're going to be doing is gathering kids. So I'm just going to make sure that we have things necessary.
Kelly stands up for a second and puts her journal and pencil back in her bag. Riley.
Yes.
Bend down slightly.
Huh?
I want to do something. Bend down slightly.
No.
Come on.
I've misplaced my trust in short people before, and I won't do it again.
And yet you trust me enough to pick me up without me doing anything.
That seems vice versa, but
Uh-huh.
it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you just start just gently like corralling you guys out the door, just like go on.
I
go
have-
do your thing.
I
I'm
have
just gonna put my arm behind your back and help you lean down.
Kelly puts Sir Mittens on top of your head. There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
You now have Sir Mittens on your head.
Alright, man, hoodie up, we're going. We all got places to be.
Can there ever be a day where we just relax and just sit down?
When we signed up to fight aliens and ghosts and paranormal,
We didn't sign nothing. We just kind of did it.
it was an unseen contract to fight against the forces of the universe.
Listen, the only one that probably has an unseen contract with a demon or something is most likely Kelly, in all honesty.
Wait, what?
I mean, you do speak to ethereal objects.
I don't know how. I legit don't know how.
Alrighty, moving on.
Moving on. Alright, you guys
Come
get
on,
your
Shovel Boy.
Hello. Okay.
I'm gonna
You
go
want-
and Kelly's gonna run off Ted's place.
I just make sure Sir Mittens is in my hoodie and it's like,
I
we're
don't
gonna go
know,
spend
who
some
am I-
outside time. I need to
You're
go
following that
someplace to
orange
get a
one?
thing.
How's it going?
And then there we go.
Cool. So we're gonna go grab someone from his probable closet.
Oh,
gonna go up to Trevor's door and knock on it. Trevor!
It would take a bit, but soon enough, Sarah would answer the door, being his big sister.
Hello, Sarah.
Yo.
Is Trevor home by chance?
He's still practicing bass.
Well, if you wouldn't mind telling him, when he gets time, could you tell him to go to the treehouse? Me and some of the guys need to talk to him about something.
Sure.
Appreciated. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay.
Wait, Hams, that's a gas station or guy's station?
Alright, that's a
Gas-
station.
Gas station. My
Listen,
A's, my A's always look weird. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's the A and mixed with the lining of like the grid that makes me not.
I mean,
Oh,
if
it's
we're
a
on the
guy
topic
station.
of spelling, if we're on the topic of spelling, why is weasel spelled the way it is? Isn't that supposed to be Weasel?
That's the funny thing. I spelled it. Reese once saw me spelling it, and he never corrected me on it.
I did not.
Fool.
Agreed, fool.
So I'm sorry. I'm bad at spelling at times.
Oh, are we?
We're going this way, buddy.
So while they're going off that way, let's see what one of the others is doing. Because they got a lot of walking to do.
Straight up.
Okay.
I'm interested with the Ted situation. Let's go to Kelly. Ted.
Okay, it might take a bit.
That'll be fine. I'm
When
not
doesn't
doing
it?
anything that's of importance right now.
Fair enough.
I'll be in the floor if you need me.
Kelly walks up in the sense of stands in front of the house, in the sense of front the yard.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna do an
I mean,
investigate
I
roll.
mean, if you want, you can see that all the traps are in the usual places from your fairly frequent visits here. Because last I checked, you said that you usually spend your downtime checking on Ted once in a while, every
Yeah.
few days. So
Yeah.
the traps are still in the same location as last time you were here, so it's easy
Mm,
enough to get by.
No suspicious people hanging around and such like that.
No suspicious people.
Okay. Kelly proceeds to go up to the door, following the whole avoid the cracks situation. In a sense of
Yeah,
things.
because that is usually where he hides them.
Yep. And Kelly knocks on the door.
You'd hear some barking inside. As his dog, can be heard waddling their way up to the door, getting closer. And then a moment or two later, you'd hear various locks being undone. Roughly half of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the door would pop open maybe an inch or so, and you'd see part of Ted's face, glasses, eyes, all that.
Kelly gives a wave. Hey, Ted.
Ah, you're back.
Yeah.
He'd close the door again, and you'd hear him finish undoing the locks. Open the door, kind of glancing behind you, but not as much as usual. As Daisy is now wagging and looking happily up at you, realizing that it's you.
My pants.
I get it.
Hey. How you doing?
Doing alright. Still haven't seen any weasels or badgers for quite a while.
That's good. Can I come in?
Sure. He steps aside, but he keeps a hand on the door so he can close it after you.
Okay. Kelly walks in and such.
He will close the door and start putting the locks back on.
Hello.
So, God, there is actually something I need to tell you about the weasels, CEO.
What's that? He's been missing, hasn't he?
A little bit more than that. Okay, to be fair, it sounds crazy as fuck in the sense of like explaining this, because how the fuck am I gonna explain the fact that what kind of happened to him? But he's dead.
And if it's alright with you, we're going to assume that the two of them sit down and have a long discussion about everything you guys have been up to, so he'll believe you.
Also pulling out the journal as well and showing him that.
Yeah, because as much as I'd love to have you try and explain everything to him, I think it might just be easier on everyone if we assume you guys have like an hour or two long conversation explaining everything, the story of what's happened.
Yeah, and showing
him
the
pictures and yeah.
Yeah, even though it's, the only things in her journal are kind of the more bigger events and stuff talking about Miss Rosie and William and his dad are not in the journal at the slightest, because she's kind of been keeping that information off the journal as of so far, just in case someone looked through it. But she would end up probably explaining those factors at some point as well.
Yeah. So yes, you guys will have a long conversation, explanation, and so on and so forth. Let's check on Riley, who has been running over to the drive-in.
I am sitting on the edge of the tree line, just kind of looking at the drive-in theater, seeing if I see anything suspicious that I make any notes of as of this time.
I mean, nothing that seems out of the ordinary for a drive-in movie theater in the middle of the day.
Sounds about right. Didn't think there would be any issue, but I just wanted to check it out.
The people who run the place are, doing their thing. They're just kind of sweeping up, making sure the place is ready for nightfall, so on and so forth.
Okay. Alright. I had one other thing to do that I wanted to think about, but then I thought against it, seeing as a bad idea in of itself, so I'll probably make my way back.
So now he's making his way back. So while he's making his way back, let's go check on Allison and Charles now, because they're probably at their location. Cameras panning all over the place.
Straight up.
Hello.
Allison, Charles, where have you guys wandered off to? I mean, I can see on the map, but I want you to actually say things.
Where are we going? I don't know. Hello.
I realized I'm muted.
Oh, there you are. Where are we going?
I said, we're going to a friend named James' house. We're going to see if we can get him to come up to the treehouse as well. We may need his help when the time comes. I'd say just walking around, seeing if we can spot James.
You'd see James feeding the cow in the back.
Oh, cow.
The chickens, of course, are also staring at you guys, as they do anytime you guys are here, really. They just like to stare at people and unnerve them.
Wonderful.
Scary chickens.
They're kind of rude.
Just kind of casually walk over towards James, careful not to make sudden movements to spook the cow or the chickens.
Jimmy!
Oh, hello.
Hey, James.
What brings you by?
Thought we'd check in on you and see if you wouldn't mind coming to the treehouse for a bit. We had some questions and things we wanted to tell a bunch of the guys from school.
Alright. I'll be along.
Okay. You can take your time. I assume you have animal tending to do before you can get up there, so you have time, don't worry.
Yes, just a bit more.
Yeah, we're in no rush, so you're perfectly fine. Do you need any help while we're here?
No, should be alright.
You sure?
Yes.
Alright. Take care,
Just
James.
finishing up. Good seeing you too.
See you
I'll
at the
be there.
treehouse. Riley and Kelly will be there as well.
Okay.
Bye, James.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Also, this is Charlie. He's new in town.
Oh,
Nice
hi.
to meet you, Charlie. I am also one of newer people in town.
Hello.
I get that it can be weird but it is okay. You will find acceptance.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
The most awkward conversation in history.
Yes.
James cares about people.
I'm a weirdo. I don't know how to talk to people.
I
He's
like
just-
James.
Even
James
though I
is-
have a heart of 5.
Wait, you're another weirdo kid?
Yeah, I'm a
he's
weirdo.
a weirdo.
We
I'm
have
a
2
weirdo with a heart of
weirdos!
5.
Yes, we have 2 weirdos.
Heart and mind of 5.
Yeah. Yes, James is a good Russian lad.
Duh.
Because Kelly's also a weirdo.
I miss Helga.
Helga was a good character, but
Yeah.
heading over to the junkyard next.
Yep. Looking for William.
You'd find him eating his sour candies, warheads at the moment, the sourest.
Yeah, I see. You coming, Charlie?
Oh, right. Sorry, I gotta move myself. That's the thing.
That is a thing.
Hey, William.
Yo,
We're trying to gather as many people from the school as we can to come to the treehouse. We got some stuff to talk about. You mind helping out?
gathering people or just swinging by?
Both. We'd like you present as well.
Uh,
We just need some of the kids from school. Most
mean,
of
if-
the ones we can get.
I mean, if you don't want to, I can probably grab Walsh and the O'Malleys.
Your call on that one. I've talked with them before. I think we're on good terms.
Yeah, I don't imagine they'd have much trouble with it, but they're the ones I know best. If you guys want Oliver, though, you're on your own.
The weasel. I'll
Fuck
try and
Oliver.
get him.
All right, man. That's on you.
Oh my god.
Appreciate the help, William.
I don't even know why you'd want him. I'm just gonna tell.
He's
That's good.
smart. That's what we need him for.
I'm not sure if he is actually, but okay.
Man,
Every
straight up
man
spitting
counts,
facts.
even if it's just there to be a meat shield.
Oh my god, Ollie. I forgot about
I'm
I
Ollie.
forgot he existed, honestly. I haven't run into the kid too much.
No one
Did
even
for-
knows where he lives.
Who cares?
But there's probably a
don't
chance he's in the
hang
school's
him.
library being a fucking bookworm.
Actually,
it's
hang
closed.
on. I'm just gonna call
No,
back
not
to
school,
William.
the actual
William, where
library.
does Oliver live?
Who are you calling?
I'm calling back to William before we get too far. Where does he live?
Don't know.
Fuck.
I'll tell my dad that I'm heading out for a bit, and I'll go grab Walsh and the O'Malleys.
If they know where he is, give a holler. I'll be around town looking for the weasel.
Sure. You can tell that's kind of a sarcastic sure, because he's pretty
Mhm.
sure that, Walsh and the O'Malleys don't know where he is either. Sure, whatever you say, bud. If they know where he lives, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Just that unspoken sort of thing. Anyways.
What was Oliver's last name?
Hello.
Oliver Retcher.
Such an asshole name.
Yeah.
An asshole name. Damn.
The Snowbird kind of an asshole. Oh, I gotta
Bam, bam,
fucking.
bam, 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 bam. Zoom.
Okay.
Alright, so we're just gonna kind of walk around town and hope we can. Wait a minute, this son of a bitch.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Where
Zoom,
could he
zoom,
be?
zoom, 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 zoom,
So
zoom.
so while Allison and Charles are looking for Oliver, because he's obviously important.
Gotta bring the nerd.
Everyone
he clearly was not a throwaway gag character and must be found. Kelly, you're probably just finishing up catching Ted up to speed with everything.
Yeah. It's like,
Probably.
I'm sorry for not breaking the news to you earlier, but it does sound crazy as all hell in the sense of what we've been through.
Ted seems fairly composed. No, I'll be honest, I believe you.
Really?
I mean,
Oh,
all
there
the
you are.
facts are there. and it's not like I'm ignorant to what's been going on outside my house.
Okay. But and we're at the moment we're gathering kids in the sense of like for something. We don't know what we're gonna be dealing with, but Charlie's kind of had a few mentions of something's gonna probably be happening, and it's gonna be slightly big.
Hmm.
The weird thing is, we think you're involved in some regard because he did mention like a kid in a science lab coat type of situation.
That would probably come back around to me.
Yeah.
He's gonna stand up because assumedly you guys
Yeah,
sat
we
down
we
in one
sat
room at some
down.
point.
Yeah.
He kind of gives just a very basic like follow me sort of gesture with one hand and heads to the garage.
Kelly follows.
Daisy as well is also just like staying right by his feet. Entering the garage, you will see he has like his workbench, work desk sort of thing that stands kind of perpendicular to the wall and has a chair at it. The desk is covered in schematics, most of which seem like he probably drew them himself.
Okay.
The wall next to the desk is covered in schematics that seem like a combination of that seem like a mix of his and his father's work, because you've seen his father's schematics too at some point.
Yeah.
Including mentions of the rocks, what they do, a lot of information that,
I'll be right back.
you guys had to learn by yourself that it seems like he might have known already.
Oh shoot.
You'd also notice various devices and half put together things in the garage, including a testing tank which has one of those rocks in it. You notice like a radio with like static electricity rods sticking out of it because it's the 80s.
Yeah.
Which seems to have one of those rocks again placed inside of it that's helping it operate, and a few other similar devices to that, along with just a tarp over the floor that's just covered in random sawdust shavings and things of the sort from all the work he's been doing.
Yeah. Okay.
See, this is part of the reason I believe you. I've been keeping tabs on the events of the town from here.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Admittedly, I can't exactly tell who's who, but I can still to some degree keep track of what's going on.
I mean, if you like. Okay, so most likely I can probably tell you on who's who, seeing how I'm here. If you want to like exchange information a little bit on the sense of things.
Well, I kind of mean as in, and he'll like thump a monitor, like a really old computer monitor that's on just like a nightstand. And it'll show just a completely black screen with just a couple of pixels and numbers scrolling across. See, at the moment, this one and this one are moving past the electronics store. Over there, I think that's got to be a deer because it's out in the woods. But there's a heat source near it, so probably someone camping. Like, Kelly, you looking at the screen cannot tell what the heck he's talking about. But he can apparently look at all these seemingly random numbers and dots and knows where things are in town and some degree of what's going on because of what information he gets.
That's cool.
To be fair, as I said, it's not exact. I can't tell who's who, what exactly is happening. All I can do is roughly guess and estimate, but it's better than being completely in the dark.
Fair enough. I mean, from my knowledge, I don't know what Riley's doing currently, but I do know Allison and a kid and Charlie are currently walking around trying to gather folks, so it could be them in aspect of things.
Possibly. Everyone has unique frequencies to a degree. Might be the best way to try and explain it. But obviously, unless you know what a person's frequency is before you look for them, you're not going to find them. Like, I know that this frequency is the same person every time it pops up, but I've never measured whoever that is to find out that that's the frequency.
Mm.
It doesn't really matter. I rigged this all up based on some ship up in the mountain, but
Okay, you found that.
yeah. It seems
uh,
like you were the ones who got to it first, but I've been able to
yeah,
rework bits of it to fit my designs. You
yeah.
probably never noticed, but it's still been sending out electricity throughout pretty much the entire mountain, but at a much lower and less noticeable pulse and
Uh, yeah, we kind of
current.
stopped going up there after we kind of fixed Willem's dad's situation and some things.
Yeah.
I actually know what creature run that ship in the sense of things.
I imagine that's that, he says, pointing to one of the dots near one of the lower points in town. It's a bit more colorful dot, let's say.
Most likely. I mean, okay. I like I mentioned before. Was Willem's dad's name's Jeremy?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
technically.
Jeremy. Okay. Yeah. Like I said before, he had the situation where he was like a sentient skull for a fucking while before we found him, and then around Christmas we had this fun scenario of just encountering the thing that owned the ship, and somehow I don't know how in the world I did it, but I transferred Jeremy's mind into the creature, so he's now the creature in the sense of things.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've used the ship's ability to send electricity throughout pretty much the entire mountain to then, in a way, connect it to this, so I can keep track of everything that the electricity runs into along its path and then on its return trip.
Okay.
Kind of like echolocation, it's a little slower though, given the range.
That's
And
fair.
obviously, it's not that defined because I'm using such a low amount, though much more, and you guys would probably notice. You'd feel the static building in the ground.
Oh yeah, probably would have some side effect to me because my weird ass properties.
Yeah. So, it's something, but it's not much. But the real reason I brought you in here,
Mhm.
He'll move to essentially the garage door side of the garage and move aside some of the tarp, and you will see that there is something of a handle built into the cement of the floor.
Oh, what is this?
I'm not quite certain, but there is a bit of a seam running along the edges of the garage floor. So I imagine it's one big door of a sort, or slab,
Yeah.
and I'd assume that there's something under it, but I haven't had any way to move it reliably without, alerting the entire neighborhood that something's up. Not to mention, you'd probably need a tow truck or something to exert enough force.
Can I see?
Sure. He'll move aside and let you examine the handle if you want.
Do I do investigation?
Sure. It's a handle and it's attached, the cement of the floor, but it seems like the section it's connected to is not connected to the edges. Like there is definitely a seam between the handle and the space under the garage door itself. And that seam seems to stretch in either direction towards the walls. And probably goes around most of the garage, as he said.
Kelly's gonna try messing around with the handle just a slight bit.
It moves. I mean, you can lift the handle, but it doesn't move the slab it's connected to at all.
Is there any other slabs like this in this garage, Ted?
If there were, I don't think there'd be room for them. It takes up pretty much the entire floor of the garage. I'd have to move all the stuff in here first.
I try pushing.
Okay. You try pushing on the handle.
Yeah.
It pivots and flattens out against the floor.
Okay. I'm gonna try moving it around and seeing if there's anything like in the sense of not turning wise, but actually pushing, pulling as if there's any way to move the handle itself.
No, it's pretty firmly attached to the cement slab, to the concrete, whichever.
There's probably some sort of blueprint or something corresponding to this if it's your dad's doing.
If he had a blueprint for what exactly this slab is or anything, it's not here.
It's most likely at the lab.
If it's anywhere. Like, I've been working on it for a while, and short of trying to use an acid to eat through it, which that risks damaging whatever's underneath it,
Yeah.
I think it might just be a slab of concrete. The issue is finding a way to move it. It's clearly something he made or had or took from somewhere he wanted sealed away, and he hid it under the garage.
I'm curious if that is. There was a. I'm curious if this is thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how I mentioned about the car wash, right? In the sense of things.
Yeah.
There was a blueprint, in the sense of about the car wash itself and how it is just one big portal machine, but there's a component to it that's missing.
Yeah.
A control panel. We don't know where it is in the sense of things. On our end. It could be possible that it's possibly here.
That makes sense. It was the great if that is the case, it makes sense because that was his greatest invention, the most dangerous one, really.
Yeah. So if he had it like here, Kelly kind of taps her foot at it a little bit. That would probably mean it's been here the whole time in the sense of things, but to get to it, that's another question to it entirely. I can possibly look around in the lab when I get the chance to, but I don't think there's going to be any guarantee in the sense of things.
Well, I'll be here if you do figure anything out.
Okay.
And let's go check on one of the others who wants to.
I'm just gonna be sitting in the treehouse playing with the ferret. That's my entire gimmick right now.
Fair enough. Allison and Charles?
Us.
Walking around town.
Trying to find the weasel.
Find more people, yep.
Alright. Where are you guys going? Where are you checking?
We're just fucking cruising at this point, so we got no clue.
We're waddling, I guess.
Alright.
Come
Let me
around
check.
town.
Let me check the list of people who are in the town to see who you might encounter. Because, I mean, I have pretty large lists for every location in town and the people that are there. I mean, yeah, there's just kind of people. I'm not sure
Small town, man.
what you expecting to find or what exactly you're looking for.
Yes, you do. We're looking for the weasel.
You're looking for Oliver.
Looking for Oliver.
Where do you think Oliver would be, based on what you know of him?
I don't know who he is.
I feel like he'll be honestly somewhere nearby the candy, ice cream, or arcade.
The
Person-
nerd at the arcade.
I personally
Sounds
would think
pretty
he was
social.
down at the town hall library, but I can't say anything.
Yeah, you're not with them. They'd have to realize on their own.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys do know that he likes candy.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's those three, because arcades typically have candy or something in them, with like gumball machines or something.
Yeah. Thing is,
So,
he never got to get his own candy, if you'll remember.
Oh,
yes, which is why I expect to see him hanging around outside waiting to tell someone to go and do it.
Oh well.
There's a method to my madness.
All right. You can stand outside the candy store then if you want.
I'm not standing, I'm just like walking around looking.
All right. Just keep into the streets, walking around. All right. And
Okay.
Riley's still in
actually,
the
I do
treehouse.
remember one thing from last session. Can I open up the fucking Father Mackenzie's journal and like read the tidbits of the important stuff? See what he wrote down.
Sure.
All right. I'm assuming I need to investigate to read.
No.
Okay.
Most of what's in there would be notes about, sermons he was planning each week.
Oh.
Because obviously you can't give the same sermon every week, or even the same sermon multiple times the same month. So we had to plan ahead every week for what he was going to talk about in the following sermon, and
Mm-hmm.
about how his life is generally uninteresting but fulfilling because he has God. And I mean, as you go more and more back through time, or well, more and more forward through time, really, because you have to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Talk about how he's ended up with. He's kind of ended up in a bit of a thing with the local widow, though he doesn't suspect anyone knows and would like to keep it that way. He's not even sure how such a thing would be favored in the eyes of God. And then, months pass, a year or two passes, and it mentions that the widow passed away and he's been horribly depressed about it for 2-3 months. Like he already knew it wasn't exactly a good relationship to be in, but he still put his all into it, and then she died, and he was horribly sad about it, as one is for 3 months, heartbroken, only to then find her grave defaced, dug up, and he was enraged until he saw her, looking the same as he last remembered her. And in the dead of the night, he went to visit her, and had a night that did not go in any way he could have planned or expected.
Sounds about right. Honestly.
He ran out of there screaming after, but not soon enough, as the deed had been done. And goes on to talk about his incredible guilt and fear over what she'd become, what was going on, if this was a punishment from straight from hell to haunt him in the living world, rather than a gift from God. And if he even could say anything to anyone, the authorities, without it giving away that he was not as good a priest as he led on to be.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close up the book. Just gonna sit there with Mittens and just reflect on that particular thing. Oh boy. That'll be my
Yep.
turn.
Alright. Alison and Charles still wandering about in the streets.
Yeah, not long after I probably just gave up on looking for him.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
For the sake of plot convenience and moving along.
Oliver's not that important, anyways.
Totally
For the
not
record,
throwaway character.
he was in the library.
I
Um,
figured. But the thing
And-
is, I barely talked to him in character, so I
None of
probably
us talked to
know.
him.
Yeah.
all we know is he likes candy. So I went to the only places I know there's any kind of sweet and said, "Yep, he's not here. Have to call it a day."
To be fair, every time you encountered him was in the library, because he never went to class. Well, I think he did once or twice for tests, but that was about it.
Yeah, Kelly was the only one that actually tried encountering him in a sense of things.
But that's fine. I can pretty much also guarantee his involvement wouldn't have mattered. He's just a gag character that's shown up like once or twice.
So we're going to the treehouse.
You guys are going to the treehouse. Kelly.
Mhm.
Just still staring at this handle, or?
She tried talking to Tad a bit more in a sense of things, cause I'm kind of confused on how the description of the handle itself in a sense of things. Unlike the layout per se, and how the slab is. I'm kind of confused on the description for that stuff, cause it's like.
If you want, I can try to find a picture, but it's basically just there's a handle kind of attached to the concrete. Let me see. Concrete slab with handle. I mean, you know those big fancy double doors that have just like a big ring?
Not really, no.
Let me see if I can find that. Copy image. Put in Fruit Loops.
Let's see.
Just like a very generic ring door handle, basically.
Okay.
So you can flap it up, you can flap it down, whatever. But it's just
It's just.
attached.
It's just that. In a sense of
Yeah,
things.
it's just that. It's just that, and it's just attached to a big concrete slab that's built into the floor.
Okay.
Like, it's smooth with the rest of the floor, but it's obviously not attached to it.
How far?
There's a-
How big is the? Is there any like little like things that show the end of the slab in the sense of the engraving marks? Like, does it actually show the fact that hey, this slab is actually separated from the rest?
that would be, the seam. Like,
Yeah, the seam of it.
yeah, the seam goes pretty much within an inch or two of every wall of the garage. Like, it is the entire garage floor, basically. It's a huge slab.
Okay. Kelly just kind of looks at it like, hold on. From the looks of this thing, it looks like it's the whole fucking garage itself.
Yep. Ted just kind of nods.
How the?
I thought this was explained.
I was confused on the description.
She didn't get it. It's all right.
Yeah, I was confused on the description of it in a sense of things and how Respawn described it. That's why I
been in too many barns to know what things look like. Anyway, be quiet now.
Okay. I'm gonna. I don't know what to do at the moment. I mean, I try doing something really stupid in a sense of things.
We'd need something strong enough to move the slab. Because, these sorts of things tend to be incredibly heavy. But whatever's under there, if you're right, we're gonna need it to get the machine working again.
I'm curious, though, if we are gonna ask for his help, we need to find a good time for that. It's a time where he's not out in the open.
Hmm?
Well, I don't know exactly how strong Jeremy is in the sense of his new body. I mean, the creature he's in that he can inhabit is like 15 foot tall. Pretty big.
I mean, there's also the fact that he'd probably be out in the open while he was trying.
Yeah, so I don't
What
want to
we
risk
need-
it.
What we really need is probably a tow truck.
I want you to think about this very slowly.
I know. Actually, we can get a tow truck.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that should solve everything then.
Yeah, we need a call on. Phone.
Phone.
Yeah, phone.
That was me as the DM. Just
Oh.
sorry. I realize now the possibility of confusion existed there, but that was me just going, yes, phone.
Yeah.
You have one, probably.
Yeah, this is like
Yes,
Kelly's
hello,
like
this is dog.
Kelly goes, "Can I see a phone?"
Sure. He'll take you to the house phone they have.
Kelly calls Scrappy.
Scruffy.
Scruffy, my bad. I get the name
It's all good.
confusing pretty easily. Okay.
It's all good.
Which is stupid because Scruffy's name is on my in front of me right now.
Scruffy Scraps.
She calls Scruffy.
Oh, Scruffy Junkyard.
Hey, Scruffy.
Oh, hey.
Can you drive the get the tow truck and drive over to Ted's place? There's something that we want to try opening, but
The Mr. Logan's residence?
yes, yeah.
Be right over.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. You hang up the phone and
Kelly hangs up
After-
and looks at Ted.
I mean, he did work with my dad, so I suppose he would have.
Hmm.
I suppose he'd probably know what to do.
Though I suggest moving some stuff in case it becomes a mess, at least.
Oh yeah, good idea. He'll go back in the garage and start moving his work table and his various sensors and other things he's been making, devices and so on and so forth.
Kelly kind of tries helping out. She, with what she's allowed to touch in a sense of like equipment wise. Probably
Yeah,
just
he'll-
mostly two boxes and such like that in a sense of things.
Yeah, he'll make sure you know which things are light enough you can carry them and not delicate enough that you might just accidentally do something
Yeah.
horribly destructive
Yeah.
on accident.
Uh,
Delicate instruments and all that.
you're
Anyway.
probably gonna have to also instruct Scruffy when he comes here in a sense of like, making sure he avoids the traps.
Yeah. That's a good idea. As soon as you guys are done clearing the garage, he's gonna run out in the front yard and start disarming booby traps. But after a bit, you guys would hear the rumble of Scruffy's truck, and it would pull up out just outside. Scruffy would look out, lift his hat a little bit so you can see his eyes, and you guys could also hear Spike and Rex in the passenger seat.
Hey,
kinda moving
Scruffy.
about.
We got something that needs pulling, but we can't do it by normal means. We think your truck can probably help us out with pulling it.
Well, all right. Garage.
Yep.
Give me a second. He'll throw her in reverse and back up down the driveway. Ted will open the garage door, and the garage is pretty clean and empty looking. There's that big ol' ring handle sticking out of the floor.
Kelly
Whoever gets it.
points at it and going, "This is the thing." In sense of things.
Well, all right.
Mm.
He's out of his truck.
Yep.
He'll go around to the back, get the hook from the tow truck's towing bit. I don't know the names of these things. Hooks it up to the handle, make sure it's nice and taut, and go get back in the truck and start trying to pull her.
Okay.
You guys will hear some grinding of stone on stone as the thing slowly starts to lift. I can hear the engine of the tow truck going as hard as it can.
Okay.
Slowly, the concrete is starting to lift up more and more until it's just over the lip and then starts to slide forward as the truck moves out a bit into the street. And the slab is now sitting pretty much just in the driveway. There's now a big
Right.
hole in the garage, essentially.
Kelly takes a look at the big hole.
It's kind of dark in there, but the garage light's on and it seems to illuminate a large mechanical something down there. Large machine.
What?
Doesn't look like much, but it's big.
Kelly digs in her bag to get a flashlight to get a better, to get a little bit of a better look into things. Even though there's light in the garage, she wants to make sure there's plenty of light into things.
You shine your light around it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a very large, very intricate machine. It seems to have numerous points where stones are meant to be, put into it as fuel, and it seems to have various points where it's supposed to plug into other things, or potentially, one thing slightly larger than itself. Wonder what that could be.
Does it look like it has switches and such like that?
Not from the side you're on, and there's not a lot of standing room around the edges.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, okay. Kelly looks at Ted, so what now?
Ted kind of just nods. Well, probably get it out of the hole.
Okay.
Scruffy will walk up and look down and be like, "Oh yeah, recognize that?
You do?
Yeah, it's part of that thing they were working on.
Okay, so it is the thing for the car wash.
That's it. Want me to get it on down to Mr. Ryder?
Yeah.
All right. You kids might want to run along. I'll worry about this."
Okay. Make sure the slab gets put back into place if that's possible as well.
Sure. I
Okay.
can handle that.
Cool. Ted, wanna follow me to the treehouse?
Can't say I'm excited by the idea, but sure.
Okay. So.
And you acquired Ted.
Acquired Ted.
Ted has been acquired.
Kelly's like,
Anyways.
okay, so.
I will unacquire him.
Damn it.
Back at the treehouse, all the kids except for Kelly and Ted have been gathered,
And the weasel.
and Oliver, but no one cares about Oliver. Charlie Walsh is there. Ricky O'Malley's there. Reggie O'Malley's there. William Ryder is there. Riley, Trevor, Alice, and Allison are there, and Charles.
Hello.
I knew I was gonna miss one name. I'm sorry. They're all
Between-
there.
Yeah.
Kelly's on her way with
Charlie's
Ted.
in this town.
There's Charlie and there's Charles.
Yes.
It's very confusing sometimes.
Charlie, same difference.
Hey.
Kelly walks up with Ted.
All right.
Oh, you brought him.
Yeah,
Lovely.
and we
So-
also found something.
That's great. We'll hear about it after we explain the situation to all of them, yeah?
Cool.
So, you and Charles have the floor. Everyone's listening.
What?
Oh yeah, no, you're leading this.
Hold on.
So
I'm
Ted
just
is
gonna
the-
nudge
Ted's the
Charlie
lab
over
coat
towards
man I
Kelly.
saw.
Yes.
Okay.
He's gonna slowly push Charles towards Kelly so the two can.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Is this the part where Charles points at Ted like the dude
Yeah.
from Body Snatchers and starts shrieking?
It's like,
That's okay.
yeah,
I don't like Ted either. I get you, Charles.
This is
I
the lab coat man that I saw. I
Oh.
don't know what consequence he has, but he's here.
He's here now, yeah.
I mean, we just found the thing that runs the car wash in the sense of things.
I see. Is that could that be the machine that I was
I
seeing? Or
I don't know. I mean,
Before we talk about what was just discovered, why don't y'all explain what's happening to the other kids?
I don't know how to explain.
We're all gonna die.
Oh my god, no!
Well, then you better start explaining.
I don't know what to explain.
The Riley brothers are just looking at each other, just like, what the F?
Okay,
Alright,
there's-
Riley just
Why-
puts his
why
hands
did we
on the table.
Why did we follow William out here?
Okay.
Puts his hands. Alright, listen up, kids. This is gonna seem like a lot, and I'm not asking anyone to stay here. You're not required to stay here at any point in time. The least I ask is that you'll hear us out. Alright? How many of you, by a show of hands, have noticed all the weird shit happening around town?
Everyone but Charlie, I'm gonna say, raised their hands.
sounds
Okay.
alright.
Really, Charlie?
You've
He-
noticed.
He shrugs. I mean, other than the sudden arrival, I haven't noticed much, eh?
I haven't noticed much. Eh?
Just rolls up sleeves and just plants hands back down on table, just like, all right, so here's the skinny. All right, we've been, myself, as well as the chaotic man that currently is across the table, along with his compatriots and Kelly, have been counteracting certain incidents from happening. I'm not going to go into too much into detail because I believe about half of you will blow your fucking minds out just from hearing it, and the other half may not comprehend it. So we'll just go with that. But the point being is that there's supposedly, from what we're hearing from a particular individual, which will be explained by himself later, that something will happen at some point in time that requires Ted, thank you for coming, Ted, Ted's involvement, along with some sort of stage of some sort. We've asked all of you to come along in case, just points over to the O'Malleys, for extra muscle, some more intellect and brain power, and some extra eyes on the issue. I will hand it over to Mr. Charles, who will explain the situation of what he's foreseen. And if anyone needs any proof in believing his words, I'm more than happy to explain what we've been through for the past couple of months. Charles, you have the floor.
I'm guessing that's why you have your sleeves pulled up.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
My serious
Hi.
face.
to you guys I haven't met, I'm Charles. I come from the future. It's not an easy way to say it. So yeah. Anyway, so on the way here, I had a few visions, and I got here with help of this little guy, and show him off, little snail man. See if that might lend any help comprehending. A little hard to believe either way. But on the way here, I had a couple visions, and I saw that guy. I point to Ted.
Ted
And-
raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, and I saw a big machine that was chugging away behind a concert. And these guys think it might have been the drive-in, was it?
The drive-in movie theater.
Yeah, that's it. Drive-in. So that's about all the insight I got. But all I know is the feeling I have is that we need to get as many people rallied towards this as possible. I don't have a very convincing drive or argument or anything. I don't even know really why I'm doing all this. But
Very inspiring, Charles.
yeah, thanks. I'm not an aspiring person. I don't know how to talk to people.
Oh God.
But yeah, hopefully that can be stopped, because I think that's a bad thing that will probably be bad.
What Charles is trying to attempt to say is that there is a possible threat to this town. Now, I can't speak
Yes.
on behalf of the rest of you, but I like to believe that I like my home in one piece and not 7.
Thank you.
So, with that in mind, we are hoping to have some extra eyes on this particular issue. See if we have any ears around here. I gesture towards William and several other individuals. See if we can get somebody on the know-how and keeping us up to date on certain situations happening around town. As we're very no doubt aware, school has been canceled the rest of the year. That is not something that is just a coincidence. There's obviously something to that relation to what we've been dealing with for the past couple of months. I'm hoping with that, if something does come up, that our muscle points back to the O'Malleys, along with several individuals, will be able to prevent this stage of death or whatever the hell that's going on with it. Now, again, I'm not asking any of you to stay. You don't need to worry about this if you really don't want to. All I'm asking was that you hear out. If you guys want to help, you're free to stay here, plan, be war council members. God forbid, I don't care, as long as we're preventing whatever this is. I know it sounds crazy. It does. It is. But honestly, I mean, it'd be a pretty cool thing for a college resume, now would it? But anyway. If you guys don't plan on staying, you have every right to leave now. If you want to stay here, and we'll continue to discuss options, plans, and info. That's it. That's kind of it. Who's leaving?
Everyone seems to be sticking around for the most part.
All right. Does anyone have any questions before we go into discussion? No? Okay.
One of the O'Malleys is gonna raise his hand.
All right. What's up?
You smell.
Yeah, I'm very aware. I'm not exactly half from this planet, so as far as I'm
Wait, that's a
concerned, that's
question?
fine.
I thought we all just knew he smelled.
Yeah, I smell too. It's okay.
I mean, we all smell. We all have noses.
I kind of smell like Cheeto Puffs and
Okay, I wouldn't know why you have that in your nose, but that's something for a later day. Moving on,
The O'Malleys look like they had been going to a high five, but then it became a conversation topic, and they kind of just didn't.
This is what happens when I bring Alice into these situations. Okay. Alright, so besides the regular statements of the obvious and I guess blatant regards to in terms of shower maintenance and all that fancy stuff, does anyone have any real questions about the situation at hand? Okay. Oh, go ahead.
William is going to raise his hand.
Yes, William.
So you're saying that kid's from the future, and he's got visions of what's going to go down before it happens.
kind of.
Charles, do you want to answer that question? Because that seems directed towards you.
Yeah, kind of. How do I prove I'm from the future? Like, is there any question of that?
I mean, we could talk about that 9/11 thing you were bringing up
No,
earlier.
no. Let's not talk about that.
Main
That-
thing I want to know is, what is it you saw exactly?
I pretty much told you what I saw. Saw a machine behind a big venue. That's about it. I didn't see any details. I just saw sort of like snapshots of a bunch of different endings and timelines.
And you're pretty sure that machine is the car wash.
Possibly. We don't know. Unless we
Could be.
bring him to it, in the sense of things.
Yes, I'll have to see it to identify it, I guess.
So then what was that talk of planning on doing the concert at the drive-in?
It's possible it's at the drive-in. We're still trying to figure out a standard location. Everything is still up in the air.
The
haven't
machine the machine comes in two parts: the car wash and the rest of it, the gut that was missing that you guys say you
Is-
found.
Is it possible to use what we part of it in the sense of? Hold on.
This is
Ted!
why we're here. This is why we're having this discussion.
Would it be possible for something to able to use what we found other in a sense of other than the car wash?
No,
No?
the two are both necessary parts of it. The part that was in the garage is all the main work. It's the part that rips holes through the universe and generates all the power. The car wash acts as the housing. It helps keep it from overheating and blowing itself up, as well as having all the buttons to actually control it.
You have both the main
But
and
what
the machine.
happens if it doesn't have that housing, though?
Probably explodes.
Can't be controlled, so if you do manage to turn it on, it can't cool itself, and it kind of explodes and goes crazy.
That's what I'm worried about now. Unpopular opinion, why don't we just destroy it and not have to deal with it?
Because I'd like to point out the fact that we've lost one person to that particular machine, and I'd like to get them back. I know that's not the popular opinion of today's discussion, but I do think if there's a possibility, I'd like to get people back.
Kelly sits down and starts drawing in her journal
Wait.
just to try.
Who did we lose in it?
Didn't we lose a scientist? The whole storyline? They
We
used
sure
the
got
machine?
lost in it, though.
We had theories that it was a transporter, alright? That's from what I remember.
But are we sure he went into it? Because, I don't know. The
Listen.
story's all over the place.
We'll figure it out. We gotta get a book at some point. We gotta write a book. Anyway.
I'll
Main thing-
leave that to Riley and Kelly.
Oh god. Anyway. The main factor is that I need people assigned to certain places. Obviously, Ted, you're in charge of getting, once I'm assuming we figure out where the guts are.
We just got the guts.
Good, you never told me this.
I was about to
She
tell
did.
you when I first came here with Ted.
This is true. Alright, so I guess we
and
found
and Scruffy is taking it to Jeremy at the moment.
Okay. So then, most likely, Ted and whoever you need with you on that particular project to reassemble that.
Shouldn't you get Mr. Ryder to help with that?
If you want to get him out
He's gonna
there,
be
you can.
yeah. We're gonna have to explain to the kids on if any of them come on Mr. Ryder's appearance.
Keep absolutely only who you need on site at times.
Or do you just want
Will-
Ted and Mr. Ryder?
William is kind of grinning, and he looks across the other kids. All right, everybody. Seems like we might be visiting my dad soon. If anyone makes a hubbub about how he looks, well, it ain't gonna end well for you.
All
Are
right,
we
you
doing this?
stated the obvious.
Are we doing now? You want screw it? Want to go there now?
Oh god.
We're gonna just march an army of kids there right now. That's not gonna look suspicious or draw any attention.
I mean, if we
No.
how about we do it in groups, small groups?
That's the one thing I think we need to bring up. Nobody talks to their parents about this.
This stays. What happens in the treehouse?
Days in the treehouse.
I don't have any parents, so that works well.
Okay,
We start
thank you.
In this timeline, thank you.
That is not how.
That is not helping.
I know.
Okay, but yeah, no, keep this to yourselves and the group within. This doesn't leave the treehouse or any other secure location that is brought up in the future. Alright, if parents catch whiff of this, it might lead up to other things and forces
don't
that
want the
might be
police
beyond our
involved.
control.
Do not want authorities involved with this.
We've already meddled with the police enough as it is. They don't need to know about this.
I've had to smash a car window already. I'm pretty sure if I get caught, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, let's be fair. Let's be fairly obvious about this. If you're in this group and you're planning on staying, breaking and entering is going to be standard.
Yeah, we do a lot of illegal things here. Welcome to the crime ring.
So, if you want to step out now. You're not expected to do any breaking and entering, depending on the task at hand. I don't expect you to do any breaking and entering, but if it happens, it happens.
It's typically my job to get caught.
Yeah. When in doubt, blame Allison. It'll be fine.
Yeah, when in doubt, expose the alien and get rich.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Alright. Alright, but yeah.
William will speak up again. So back to my earlier point. If the machine ain't gonna work, if the machine's an important part of the vision, and it don't work unless it's at the car wash, and the concert's happening right in front of it, don't that mean the concert's also gonna be at the car wash?
Probably. So the drive-in's probably going to be out of the question. That is good thinking. So,
Who the hell would have a concert in a junkyard?
Looks at Trevor.
Okay,
Trevor's
wait,
like,
wait a minute.
Trevor, do you have anything to bring to the table?
Trevor will like rub his face a little bit. I know bass guitar. Me and my sister both know how to play bass guitar. Kelly, I'm pretty sure we both know that our dads have been learning some instruments.
Oh god, they're gonna start a dad
Is-
band.
Is her dad? Oh God! Is
Oh,
her
nice
dad
dad
setting up?
band.
It's a dead band thing. Do I need to be
Oh
concerned?
no!
Oh
Guys.
God!
Dad band, I'm not getting involved.
Okay, so we should probably keep.
William is gonna raise his hand.
Yeah,
William?
well.
I'm a pretty good singer.
Okay. Okay, so
We're not starting a band!
I'm
We gotta go. It's from the sounds of what Future Boy says. We need a concert.
Oh,
Should
I
we
can
need
play
a
a mean
band?
kazoo, guys.
Do we need a concert, or is that what's gonna get us all killed? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Future Boy said it was the best outcome. We need a band
Did
for it
it?
to have a
Is
concert.
that not best outcome? Did that what you say?
Could have been.
Could have been.
Okay, where this is
Well,
going.
I mean, okay.
I guess
hold on,
grab your dad's grab pretty boy over there.
Hold on,
Trevor.
hold on. Could it probably be a possibility as the concert being a noise distraction? Because we don't know how noisy this thing is going to be.
To be
Uh,
honest, I don't expect anything less.
Ted seems a little lost in thought, but he'll suddenly pipe up. Yeah, I never saw it in action myself, but according to my dad's notes, it can cause a bit of noise. Not to mention, it's a bit random where it'll open gates. Like,
Fuck.
The one guaranteed thing about it is that the one place it won't open gates is where it is. It would usually open them in random places around town. If everyone's gathered in one location, it's less likely that random civilians will get hurt while it's active.
So the
Okay.
concert is a distraction to bring the folks to the spot that it doesn't open the portals at.
Trevor, you're going to Hollywood.
As well as hiding the noise.
That's
Yeah.
pretty smart.
Otherwise, we could just do a stage play or something.
I don't know.
I
I know
think putting
Shake-
Trevor on
Yeah.
the stage would be kind of.
I know
entertaining.
Shakespeare.
Okay. The
Okay,
fact-
no, we're
Look,
not
we're
telling
doing Rock Band.
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
We're
I'll
doing
leave
Rock
that
Band.
in the system.
Rock band it is. That gets everyone's attention. Trevor, get your sister.
I'll
Also, grab your dads.
Yeah,
find
just
my
if they
kazoo.
ask, this is a father-daughter, father-son bonding exercise.
Oh God.
Just you
That's
just want to
right.
spend some time with dad. That's about
So
it.
And,
are-
William, you're getting involved in this
Oh,
too, considering
God,
you piped up.
Okay, so could there be possibility of us having it so that some of us are going to be spread out for the town in the sense of keeping an eye out for the portals and such like that? If
That's
we
the
do
plan.
walkie-talkies, we need communication. We only have two.
though.
We have
Ted
two.
will raise a hand.
Yeah, Ted.
Ted.
I could probably just make some. I'll have them all tuned into the same frequency. They're kind of simple technology.
That works.
All right, there, Smarty
Thanks, Ted.
Pants.
Thanks, Ted. All right. Now that we got that figured out, does anyone think there's going to be any more loopholes that we'll need to keep track of?
Will there be cake?
Okay. Anybody that has any obvious questions? that
Walsh
makes
raises
sense-
it. Raises it. I mean, I'd like cake.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Respawn.
Yes.
Question on one of my goddamn pictures.
Yes.
The one with the doorway with eyes, teeth, and such.
Yes.
Is that connecting to the portals? And so no. Okay, that's the only one that I still don't know what's up with that.
Maybe it's a flood thing.
And so is the field of fur.
Another flood thing?
The field of fur is probably on the other side of the portal.
Maybe.
You know, he makes a good point.
Okay, because
I said I'm kicking in Cthulhu's front door and
I
looking for
mean,
his
you,
carpet.
you already know what the tornado is.
yeah, I already know the tornado and such like that. It's just two of the images that you gave me are still not decoded in this instance, which is the field of fur and the ball of eyes, teeth, and hands behind an open door.
I mean,
Apparently
they're
I'm kicking
They're
in the
not
front door.
decoded, but at least one of those has, to a degree, come up.
Riley, I'm gonna kick in Cthulhu's front door.
Is it the
Okay,
balls
guy
of,
had tried to
ball
ask
eye-
me about that.
The ball, eye, teeth, and hands are is the challenger, ain't it?
To a degree, yeah. To be fair, it's not a super accurate representation, but he did enter the lab,
Okay.
so it kind of lines up.
Moving. Alright.
And I also came up with a better description for what would happen if you guys tried to comprehend his true form than what was on the picture.
Yeah.
But while still being somewhat close to, I workshopped it a little between when I gave it to you and when it happened.
I mean, you gave it to me at the very beginning, so.
Yeah, lets you know how far ahead I planned so many of these encounters.
Fear.
Alright.
Isn't it incredible how if someone knows you really well, they can predict exactly what's going to happen before it does and plan accordingly? It's great.
Plan for me to try and make a zombie gun?
That part, admittedly, I couldn't do anything about, but
You didn't plan for me to be able to go to my mom's house when I first came in? Having a moment there.
let's move on.
I didn't.
Alright.
I'm evil anyway.
That's
So,
great.
does anyone else see any loopholes in this particular plan that need to be brought up? Anyone at all?
What happens if something comes through the portal?
We fight it.
That's why we have.
What if we can't fight it?
That's,
What if it has a gun?
so that's why.
I have a gun as well.
So.
What if their gun does the exact same thing?
I'm willing to take a shootout to this and die trying.
Oh my god, you guys.
We can turn this into the Wild West in the middle of a modern day city.
Yes.
So
Right town enough for the both of us.
that's why I was asking us to have like groups separated around the town and such, so we can keep an eye. So if we do see something over the portals, if
Well, that was kind of a given. If we see anything come through the portal, or the portal itself even,
yeah,
everyone needs to know and
Yes.
converge.
yeah,
It's kind of a given with the
yeah.
sentiment of the
So we can properly deal with the situation and such things.
Where we may not be strong, we have numbers.
Yeah.
Dogpile.
Okay, dogpiling without dying is preferred.
Preferably, but sometimes shit happens.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Listen, all I'm saying is that zombie gun sounds like it might have been helpful right about now, but what would I know?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright,
so what's
should we arm our kids? Should we arm these guys?
We do not need to arm it yet. Not until we have the construct ready.
I had earlier on planned when I was out doing my scouting, to go get hockey sticks from the school gym, but the whole breaking and entering thing came up.
Alright. Me and you can do that later. For now, I think we need to get everyone prepared for their lovely family reunion of having a concert together for the town.
Yeah, someone's gotta go ask for a father-daughter plan. Make it sound like it was the dad's idea to have this father-daughter get together or whatever, that father-son thing, hang out. Whatever.
Trevor Kelly? Believe that's you too.
Just
And
play into your dad's
William.
fantasy of being the perfect child. I don't care. Just do something.
And William, you're joining them.
Okay.
So have fun, you guys. Other than that,
Kelly looks at her. You want to check if they're at your house in the sense of things? Because they tend to, like, hang around there
They
a
have been
bit.
in the basement a lot, yeah.
Yeah, so...
go invade their man cave space.
Okay, Trevor, come on.
Alright, now that we got those two going around, Ted, do you and Ryder wanna head to the garage, mess with the device? Get that
Sure.
stuff
We
done?
can also maybe do some work making a stage and
That's your
Fire-
project.
and then William will chime in. And pyrotechnics and such. You know, gotta be
God.
flashy.
Alright, do you need the O'Malley
You know-
brothers for muscle?
Couldn't hurt.
Alright, O'Malley brothers, you're going with the nerds. Give them some extra muscle. Just don't cause any problems, please. You're gonna be able to beat up stuff if things go wrong. That's what I'm
Maybe
offering
even
you.
each other.
They both nod and keep close to William. They trust him most of all.
Got
Like
it.
his fucking bodyguards.
Straight up. Alright, who's that leave in our little task list?
So of the people still in the treehouse, you have Allison, you have James, you have Riley, you have Charles, and you have Charlie.
Alright,
Alright.
I'll take you three and we'll go get some hockey sticks and baseball bats from school.
Sounds
Cool.
good to me. Alright. I
It's
think
up
that's everything.
to Charles what you wish to do. You can
Why
come with
don't
us
instead
or
of
go
me,
with
you
Kelly.
take Charles and get, or well, yeah, take Charles and go get the hockey sticks as well.
Sure.
You sure?
I'll be fine here. Besides, I need to do I don't know what I
Alright.
need to do anymore.
So
honestly.
Allison, James, Charles, and Charlie are all going to go get hockey sticks and such.
Yep.
Okay. This is gonna be entertaining.
We're going to take the most oblivious route to not get seen by anyone in town.
Oh god. You guys. Less conspicuous as possible.
What do you think we're doing?
Being most conspicuous.
Going through the forest to not get seen?
I mean, don't we still have those demons to worry about?
No.
Worst case scenario,
The
I hit
trees-
him with
the
the
tre-
rosy gloves.
The trees are dealt with, I thought.
I think so, yeah. I'm just remembering to make
The only
sure.
problems are the mist buffalo, but that's only when you get if you inhale them.
That is true. Alright, so if we have nothing to worry about, I got no problems here.
Kelly goes over to Trevor's house with Trevor and his instincts.
Alright, so you guys go over to Trevor's house.
Mhm.
Trevor, of course, opens up the door. His sister's just kind of chilling on the couch, practicing her bass a bit.
Hello.
Their music. Yo.
Is my dad here? Any chance?
She's probably both in the basement.
Yeah.
They're doing the thing.
Trevor will lead the way down to the door at the bottom of the stairs that says man cave on it.
And I look at him, he's like, "You ready?"
Yeah. He'll thump loudly on it because you guys can hear, something resembling music on the other side. And the music stops, and a second later, the door opens, and you guys would see Kevin, or Mr. Park, Trevor's dad, poking his head out. Oh, what do you two kids need?
We're actually curious about something.
Okay.
First off, what are you working on?
Just dad stuff. Nothing you kids need to know about.
Dad stuff.
Dad stuff.
I thought from when you guys were playing around with music.
Ah, that'd be silly. Two nearly middle-aged gentlemen.
I think it'd be cool, especially if there's a concert for it and such like that.
His expression perks up a little. I mean, let's. James, what do you say? Should we let him in? Sure. And then you hear your own dad, in the background. Sure. He opens the door and welcomes you two kids into the man cave.
She goes in, bringing Trevor in as well.
Bish.
So give me a second while I think of where to start with the description.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Alright. So in kind of like poorly cut out letters along the furthest wall is the words
Oh boy.
I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna hurt me to say it because I feel like I could have done better, but at the same time that's kind of exactly what fits. It's just straight up dad break.
Oh god. Solid.
Underneath this potential band name is Kelly, your dad, James Hall, sitting at a drum kit, and near him is a guitar stand with a very nice looking lead guitar, plugged into an amp and all that, electric. And Mr. Park goes back over to it and picks it back up.
Ooh, this is so cool.
They both seem like they were uncertain about the reaction, but Kelly acting, at least pretending that it's very cool, seems to lift their spirits. Because they're both obviously very concerned that what they're doing is very uncool and that their choice of band name is very stupid. Given that it's just a very poor attempt at a switch up on, like lunch break. As they were both generic office workers up until somewhat recently when everything kind of went topsy-turvy.
How long have you guys been working on this?
I mean, we always discussed the idea if we ever quit our jobs. And then we did, and we've been putting a lot more heart and soul into it since.
Ever think about doing like an actual concert at some point?
I mean, daydream maybe. We're never sure if we were ever going to be good enough for it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there'll be some folks who are willing to help out in the sense of band-wise. Looks at Trevor.
Trevor nods. I mean, yeah, me and Sis have been working on our bass guitar, and we think we might have found a singer, but it's just the thing. We don't have anyone to keep the beat of the song, maybe play around on drums, and, because we both wanted to be bass guitar, neither of us want to switch off. We don't have a lead guitar. Seems about perfect. We could use you two. They kind of look at each other and just like, I mean, sure, we could practice some gigs with you, with the people you got.
Okay. I mean,
This is gonna be painful.
we're actually thinking about doing like a practice gig in a sense of things. Well, you mentioned about it, right, Trevor? In a sense of messing around wise?
Yeah, I mean, you just play a gig somewhere, just out of the blue. Just play music, see who shows up. if people aren't interested, they won't show. It's a good way to feel out your audience a bit.
It looks at her.
He's kind of looking at you like not sure if this is the direction they're supposed to be going.
Kelly smiles and grins. I mean, yeah. I mean, it kind of helps with a bit of exposure in a sense of things. And if people ask, we can easily explain that you guys are just practicing and such like that.
Yeah.
And it actually gives a feel. And it's a bit far from, like, the place we agreed on is a bit far from town, and Scruffy certainly won't mind, in a sense of things.
We're talking about down by the scrapyard?
Yeah, I mean, it's far enough away so people don't complain about the noise.
I
So?
mean, is there even, like, a good spot to play down there other than just among the junk?
I know we're currently thinking about making a little stage. We're getting some help by that, in a sense of things.
Well, I mean, if there's a good stage waiting for us, I suppose. Sure, seems like an alright idea.
Yeah, it's just a fun little gig. Nothing too big. And like I said, if no one shows, no one shows. But if people show, it'd be kind of more fun, in a sense of things. Don't you think? And plus, they can see how cool you are!
That seems to lift their spirits a bit. And they're like, well, alright, you just come get us when it seems like things are ready, and we'll,
Okay! Yeah, I'll pay attention, I'll come back, let you guys know. Trevor, you should practice with them a bit. And probably get to your sister.
Sure, I'll get her down here.
Okay. Like I said, I'll come back later. In the sense of, like, when we get the stage done.
Oh no, poor Trevor. Oblivion would be suffering.
Trevor's rolling in his grave.
And with that, Kelly kind of starts running to the junkyard in a sense of excitement. And she's full blown energetic and happy and such like that. And before she does, she gives her dad a big hug in a sense of things. And she's like bouncing.
He'll hug you as well. Careful not to mess up the drum kit or anything.
Yeah. See you later, Dad! She says while running to the junkyard. I can't believe that fucking worked.
The power of persuasion never fails.
Meanwhile, about to make crime in a school.
It's not making crime if they don't know about it.
It's definitely crime. This isn't a video game. This is real life.
It's not crime if they don't know about it.
That doesn't make it not crime. We're still stealing. It's just we
Tree
won't get in
falls in
trouble.
the
if we don't-
forest and no one's around to hear it. Did it really happen?
Police station, fire station, Henderson.
Henderson ain't gonna know anything about this. It'll be fine.
Henderson's not going to care. Probably.
It'll be
The
fine.
police, on the other hand.
Actually,
we haven't
hold
had
on.
to, we haven't-
Kelly gotta stop for a moment before and go to Mr. Henderson's place.
Oh god, here we go.
Alright, you're going down to Mr. Henderson's place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it'll be another hour.
We got like 30 minutes before she tells them you gotta go.
So we're breaking in, boys.
Well,
Smash door.
she's gonna do some other means, in the sense of eggs.
Some other what's?
She's gonna get some tools and weapons in the sense of
What the fuck?
You know Henderson! You know
I'm
you
aware of Henderson's ordeal and his reputation of carrying exotic items.
Yeah.
But I didn't think you'd be like, hey, a middle school or elementary school kid require weapons from you, old man. that
If she
currently
has asked,
several items."
and I'm sure if Kelly asked, hey, Mr. Henderson, can I have a means of self-defense? He would be down on giving her something in the sense of probably a really powerful taser gun or something.
This is true. At the same time, though, why?
So Kelly goes up to Henderson and knocks on the door. Reads one?
Yeah. So you go up to Mr. Henderson's door. Actually, you I
Investigate?
kind of lost track. I lost track a little bit of what was going on. Sorry.
Yeah. You're fine.
Yeah.
Allison, what are you doing?
You and Trevor were just doing something, so we should probably check on someone else.
That's
fair.
right. That's fair enough. Go ahead. Go.
All right, who's next? I think all three of you were heading to the school. Or
The-
no, Riley was going to stay at the treehouse for.
I'm staying at the treehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right,
Charles, get down here.
Charles.
Oh, yep, good idea.
Time to break into the school.
Let's
I'm gonna
do it.
break into the school you
with-
don't even go to.
with
Nice.
James and who else?
Charlie and James, and then Charles. Charles. I'm just gonna say CC's.
I don't like their pizza's kind of poop.
Bruh.
That's fine.
Don't
Anyway,
even know what that is.
I could call you Little Caesars.
I'm better with that.
Alright, Caesars.
They got the pretzel crust pizza, man.
Alright, moving on.
Anyway,
So, I doubt there is. But are there any open windows at the back of the school?
No, there are no open windows.
Okay.
So yeah, Allison, Charles, James, and Charlie Walsh. That's everyone you brought, I believe.
Yes.
None of these people are particularly good at breaking into places. I
hi.
don't think.
Okay.
My shovel is very good at opening things.
Do you think you could wedge it between the door like you do with like a cart or something to try and
Well,
open
okay.
the door?
So, because it's a crovel, it has the shovel side. It has a serrated edge of the shovel side, and on the other side is a crowbar and a hammer.
So he has a crowbar, basically.
Yes,
Again, I'm trying to not damage the school.
crowbars are pretty okay at. No,
They are. But,
They
I mean,
damage stuff.
it lightly damaging. Yes, they
Yeah.
will get it open.
Better than a hammer.
Better than a hammer. Fuck it, crowbar. I guess we don't really have many options. It does involve breaking a window, so we're just gonna go to the back door, not the fire escape, because that'll pull an alarm. Just probably one of the employee exits in the back, I guess.
What's it look like for me? Like, what is there? Do I see anything that might constitute, opening?
I mean, from the looks of the map, you guys are currently around the back door.
Okay.
So
See,
yeah, you can try and open up the back door. You'll enter into the cafeteria.
Gotcha.
If you guys want, I can move you to the school map. I don't feel like it's super important though.
Not really. So, what kind of back door is this? Is it like the double doors with like the push handle?
Yeah, it's a pretty standard school double
Gotcha.
door. The push handle, of course, is on the inside, but
Okay, so does it have a deadbolt?
probably, but you're not sure if it's engaged currently.
Fair. Let's see.
I mean, it's probably generically locked, but
You know, probably one of the easiest things. Talk to Mr. Henderson.
he is a
True.
teacher.
We're also trying not to involve any adults, Ziggies.
But Mr. Henderson is the nutcase teacher
We're
who's actually.
trying not to
He's the
involve
cool
people.
teacher.
But
Let us have our
and-
payday the heist moment.
I mean, you do have a team of 4.
All right, Ramblers,
Exactly.
let's
Let us
go
have our
rambling.
payday moment.
All right. Continue. How are you getting in?
Let's see.
You know the make of the door now.
I know the make of the door. Let's see. Does anyone have anything slim and sturdy?
I have a
Could
hunting
be-
knife.
Could be a card. A knife would work.
You have your shovel.
Well, it has to be
You have-
slim.
You have the knife. I mean, the edge
Yeah.
of the shovel, or the crowbar part of it.
Yeah, it's
Potentially.
curved.
Ah, good point.
I want to get it in between the doors to try and slip the lock.
Charlie has his hockey stick. James
That's a little too thick.
has a book.
Hunting knife would probably work. I'll give it a try.
Alright. Then we
So I think this
should
would be less force, more tinker.
Tinker. go ahead and roll your tinker. I'm not going to give you an advantage for the hunting knife, sadly. It's
Yeah,
it's not
that's fine.
it's
Yeah,
not designed for this sort of
yeah,
thing.
that's fine. Nope.
Not getting it. It's
Okay,
not working.
I'll hand that back.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Hmm.
Try the crowbar, maybe.
Yeah, I'll try the crowbar.
The crowbar, intended to break things open. Was not the
Yeah,
first choice.
yeah. It's not the first choice because the knife would have left even less of a dent.
Yeah.
So if that case, I could have slipped the lock.
I
and
mean, are
pushed
we
the
really
doors
concerned
open.
about door breaking if the end of the world is on the line here?
Fair point.
Got it. Hammer time.
All right, I'll do the crowbar. Just try to pry where the lock is to get it loosened enough to push the door open,
What hooligans are we, but simple men?
and that would be with my iconic item.
Yeah.
Bam. With 10 possible dice.
I despise you already.
Why?
I've rolled 12 dice at once and gotten all zeros.
That's so sad.
So you're
It
just
is.
were you just busting the door?
Pretty much like, using the crowbar to bend the lock enough to push it open.
Fair enough. I mean, with 3 successes, yeah, the door's
Yeah.
open.
Crunk. Yeah, there you go. Now we're in.
Alrighty.
James will hold the door for you.
All right, cool.
Charles, Charlie, let's
Skedaddle
go.
in.
Get the equipment we
Yeah.
need. We're gonna head to the gym now.
What's buggy?
We're going to go to the gym, which I believe was up here.
To the gem.
Yes, it's kind of near the left
It's
side of the school area.
Generally this area. So we're gonna go up there and go to the supply closet for the different sports. And I'm assuming you want us to roll to see if we can find things, or is it just there considering school's out and all the equipment would be there?
You're also gonna have to open the gym closet,
All right, cool.
This is also true.
so it's just
Shovel
another
boy.
door.
Here we go. Crowbar time.
I hate you.
It's open.
It's open.
This works. Anyway,
What a useful item.
The common crowbar. Out of all the magical things we have in our inventory in Space Age, the crowbar.
It's true.
so
My iconic item's a shovel with extra bits tacked on.
so inside, do we just find the equipment, or do you want us to roll investigation?
I mean, you can pretty easily find that there's those generic blue, like intended to be trash cans, but they're being used as just barrels for various stick implements, hockey sticks. There's one for baseball bats. There's not a lot of baseball bats. There's never really any reason to have multiple. Like you have more
Yeah.
baseball bats than you have baseball diamonds. There's not much point.
Yeah.
But they have a few. They have like 4 baseball bats, I'll say.
Alrighty. We will yoink 2 of those.
So keep track of somewhere that you have 2 baseball bats. There's also a significant number of hockey sticks because that's a much more enjoyed sport in this region. And also a lot easier to play, given that you can just have floor hockey and everyone gets a stick.
You know, he makes a good point.
So, 2 baseball bats that I'm carrying. Charlie, grab some hockey sticks.
All right, grab him. Take a big old.
How many
armful.
kids do we have to arm? Like, I'm asking this out of character.
I mean, it depends on how you decide to split your forces. Because, I mean, Ted's probably going to have to stay with the machine to make sure it's working.
Ted's not fighting. Kelly's probably not fighting with any of this.
Obviously, you're losing a few kids because they are part of the band. William, Trevor's sister, but she probably wasn't going to help with fighting anyways.
Yeah, I obviously don't need one. I already have my weapon of choice.
Ricky, Reggie, William, James, Charles, Charlie.
I mean, Charlie already has his hockey stick.
Yeah, so
So the O'Malley brothers, maybe
Probably should
Riley.
give them. I'm just gonna give the O'Malley brothers the baseball bats because they'll probably get the best use out of them.
That's fair. Yeah, pretty much the only people you need to arm or don't have weapons are the O'Malley brothers, James, Riley, technically. I mean, he has his arm side, so he doesn't really need
Mhm.
anything.
Ooh,
And
also,
well, no, because William's singing, so you won't be able to arm him either. That's about it, actually. Just James and the O'Malley brothers are really the only ones that need weapons.
got it. So James
Quote
gets a
unquote.
hockey stick, and Charlie as well. But he
Quote
already has
unquote.
his own.
Quote unquote need weapons.
Quote unquote.
I feel like it's worth mentioning that. Well, no, I shouldn't spoil anything.
Spill it, old man.
Is the
I'll
football
say
equipment
this.
also in here?
The football equipment is also in here. But I will say this much: the gloves do have an intended use. There's an optional step left to them.
Curious. But yes, we will grab the chest and helmets of the Ricky and Reggie because I believe they were the sports jocks.
They know football. They don't get to play it
Perfect.
much, but they know football.
Perfect. They're getting armored as well.
All right.
So we will collect those as well.
All right.
Don't mind that sound. That was my dad.
So after that, we're gonna fucking bolt out the back door.
All right.
Kelly was thinking about actually going to Henderson's place, but she decided against it.
Fair enough.
So she's going straight to the junkyard.
All right. Changed her mind. Going to the junkyard.
Yep. Oh, she rides at junkyard?
Yeah.
Does she see anyone?
I mean, she'd see the O'Malley brothers helping move things around as William directs them, and Ted's working on making things, and Scruffy's kind of laid back on a lounge chair drinking a lemonade, watching them. He already hauled the machine here.
Yeah.
Also, if you go around to the side not facing town, you'd see the big garage door of the car wash open, and Mr. Ryder is in there, attaching things to other things to get the machine fully ready.
Kelly goes up to William and goes, "Okay, so me and Trevor convinced our dad to do kind of like a just for funsies gig with you, Trevor, and his sister.
Okay.
I'll come back to their place once we get a stage prepared, in a sense of things."
Sounds good.
No.
I mean, we should have it done, before nightfall if we really rush.
Okay.
It won't look that great, but I mean, it'll work.
Yeah. I mean, we agreed on it. It's just for fun, in the sense of what I told my dad, in the sense of things. So it's nothing gonna be too impressive. Is there anything you need help with?
I mean, you could always use an extra pair of hands moving things around, but I'd figure maybe leave that to the rest of us.
Okay. What's the others are doing?
I got the O'Malley brothers taking any usable junk over to Ted so he can, weld it together, fix things up for cool stage lights and such.
Okay.
He's also already got the walkie-talkies ready in case you want to pick one of those up.
Okay.
And
Kelly.
then also when they're not busy moving things for Ted, I got him cobbling together a stage to some degree. It's coming along. It's gonna take a while.
I know Allison has one of the walkie-talkies. Who had the other one?
Me.
No, I know you had one, but there was the second one. Who had the
You
second
have
one?
it.
I have it?
You have it.
Okay. Just double checking on that one.
You could have two.
Yeah.
Y'all should keep track of what you have in your inventory.
I'm sorry!
You have an inventory section for a reason.
Yeah, but we pass around the walkie-talkie so easily that it's kind of like...
By the way, it was not her who had the other walkie-talkie.
What?
It was Trevor.
God damn it, it's always fucking Trevor.
Why does Trevor always have the things we need? Oogies has them though. Forget it. Oogies has them.
Yeah,
not
because
shenanigans.
Alright.
it would
Alright,
make
she
sense for
has it.
last session.
Alright, she has it.
Fucking timey-wimey bullshit. She has it.
I'm just checking people's inventories, and it's just like, oh, well, no, this is the person who technically has it.
Yeah, but
Damn it. Why did you have two things we use so much? You left.
That bastard had everything we needed.
So it goes. Anyways.
Okay. So, I just put it down as an item in the sense of like walkie-talkie.
Put a 1 if you have it in your
Yeah.
inventory. Have nothing there if you don't have it in your inventory, technically.
Okay, I know.
So we can keep track of who holds it.
I think everybody's gonna get a walkie-talkie now, technically.
Yes, but mine are actual walkie-talkies that weren't built by a maniac.
Fucking, what do you mean? You got the walkie-talkies for Christmas?
Exactly, they're real walkie-talkies, and they're not
They're
built by a
real.
maniac.
Kelly walks over to
real.
Ted. In a sense, like,
Alright.
Ted, me and Allison actually have actual walkie-talkies. Are we gonna be able to connect ours to the ones you made?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they're walkie-talkies. As long as they're all on the same frequency, should work fine.
Okay, I'm gonna mess around a bit and make sure
Just so long as no one touches the dial, it'll work fine.
Okay, so Kelly kind of like takes out her walkie-talkie. She doesn't know if it's on the right dial or not because Ted hasn't seen the walkie-talkie, so she's gonna do a test on like the walkie-talkies they have. She's not gonna mess around with the dials the one Ted made, but she's gonna mess around with the one she has to make sure they're on the right frequency.
Alright. He'll help you figure it out, but eventually you'll have it dialed in to a frequency where when you talk into it, it comes out of his ones that he made.
Okay, we just need to do it with Allison's as well when they show up.
I mean, you could have used the walkie to tell me.
She goes back to the right
It'll be
frequency. Sorry, my mind's kind of all over the place currently.
It's been a very busy episode so far. Lots of preparation.
Yeah.
as it was in the beginning.
Bomb the shit out of them. I mean, rock the shit out of them.
Yeah. No. Okay. Before they do that, Kelly does tell Allison in a sense of like, hey, Ted says our walkie-talkies will be able to connect to the ones he made. We just need to put them on the right frequency. So when you get a chance to try mess around and see if you can find the right frequency for the walkie-talkies.
you could just have him tell me it over the walkie.
Okay. Hands the walkie-talkie to Ted for the temporary time being.
Ted helps you figure it out.
Okay, I'll switch over there momentarily. Also,
Mhm.
tell the O'Malleys, they'll probably be happy with us. We have their football gear and some baseball bats for them.
Okay.
Alright, I'll let him know.
Can I have the walkie-talkie back?
Yeah, he switches it to the right frequency for you and hands it back.
Okay, cool. There we go. I'll tell the Mallies innocent of things.
The O'Malleys are currently, just kind of picking things up, moving them around, and putting them back down again as needed.
Callie goes over and tells the O'Malleys what Allison told her.
All right. Actually, let me check your inventory real quick, because you might have something.
Me?
You might have something on you that's important. Nope.
No, I don't.
You just have the walkie-talkie.
I mean, in the notes, I have a journal about a broken gun. She has.
Yeah, you have the journal, of course.
I think she gave the blueprint to Jeremy, so she needs to get rid of that.
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna quickly check people's inventory because I want to see where a certain item is at the moment. Okay, that's where it is. All right.
That was quick.
Didn't take long. Turns out there's only a few sheets to check, and I keep most of your sheets open at any given time. Not everyone's, obviously, but I keep as many sheets as I can fit on screen open at a time so I can check things. Then if I need to see if people are moving around the map, I'll move them out of the way,
Yeah. Okay, so Kelly's not in a spot to do much on her end.
None of us are. We've done everything we can.
Yeah, so
I mean,
No.
I'd say there's, other than getting Riley to the locale or
So-
figuring out what he's up to, other than that, and the one possible thing you could do with the gloves, at this point, it's just a waiting game while you finish preparations.
The thing is, we don't know what that one thing is.
I mean, if you want, we got 15 minutes till our normal stop time, which we probably will, because this is the preparation session. Next time's going to be when everything happens all at once.
Yay.
Is this the finale?
We're pretty much at the finale for season 1. Yeah, this is the day before essentially, where you guys are preparing everything.
God, I'm
Yeah.
scared of next
Dawn of the
session.
final day.
So I mean, if you guys want to spend the last 15 minutes theorizing about, what possible end game the gloves have, I'm cool with that.
The only thing I can think to happen is fully ridding of the demon, because Kelly saw that was still there.
The thing is, she was seeing through the time snail, which can see the past. The demon is gone. I'll say that much. The demon is gone. The time snail was seeing that there, at one point, was a demon in the gloves. Because it's the time snail, and it can see the past.
Yeah.
And that leaves two things. One, we put him on Riley and see what happens,
What?
because he's an alien.
What?
I'll tell you right now, that's not going to do much. That's not going to
The
change.
other thing was... Fuck, what was it?
Put him on me.
Not you.
I know.
That man already has the jacket. He don't need it.
Power up. Stack the buffs. Stack the buffs.
No.
If we absolutely wanted to destroy Mr. Respawn, just stab my hand and smear blood all over him, stab him with the drug knife, and put the gloves on him.
and have Miss Rosie possess him at the same time.
Good lord.
Just pile it all on. Make this
Pop in
man.
the-
Honestly, that is the worst case scenario if we need to fight that fucking God Eater again. Just take Charles and just fucking stack him.
Body gets possessed. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
We could do it technically. We could do that all day, Kelly, if we wanted.
What?
Yeah, I want to see Kelly. Wait a minute, I want to see Kelly fight. Hold up.
Anyways.
She shot someone last session.
Yeah, but we're gonna make you murder more people.
No.
No.
Oh God, no.
Anyways.
We were doing something important, yes.
Yes, you guys were trying to figure out what I possibly could have had planned as the final destination for the gloves.
Wait,
Hmm?
destroy them.
No. Why would that be what I want you to do with them? They have Rosie in them now.
I don't know what goes through that skull of yours. Maybe if I suddenly I forever have glove powers. I don't know.
We
Yeah,
never
it's kinda
tried doing it with giving Rosie a weapon.
Yeah, because like that's going to help her. Not use the gloves and just give her a shiv.
I mean, she's an Irish boxer, so
Are you trying to handle on the
I-
Irish bit or the boxing bit?
both.
The thing is, the answer is such a very easy leap in logic that any hint I give you is going to probably give it away immediately. It's one of those things where it's like right there.
Really?
How okay? Have we been close to figuring, like getting close to it with what we've been saying so far?
I think someone suggested it a long time ago,
A long time.
but of course you guys never got around to doing it because you weren't ready then.
We're ready. We're over ready now.
So wait, the question is, who do you think suggested it? Because this will probably help a little bit.
I think it might have been a suggestion from Oogies.
What?
As per
Oogies,
usual.
what have you all the time suggested? we
I
can do the
don't remember.
God
Oh boy.
damn.
I don't remember.
What do you? Okay, I've thought of a hint I can give you guys to try and direct you in the right direction. What do you know about Rosie?
Irish boxer.
He's a nun.
Fought aliens.
He's also
We
a
gotta
nun.
put the gloves into the penumbra gun?
No, wait a minute.
No. That's how she got in that mess.
Can we put her through the portal?
No.
Her entire basic storyline is that she's an Irish boxer. At some point in time, she dated the scientist that was shattered by the fucking.
Time.
You're missing a few important aspects of who she was that you were told.
Fuck.
The
She was-
O'Malley brothers.
Dating someone. Fuck if I know. The scientist.
Giving
fighting
her to the
alongside-
O'Malley brothers
No.
Do you remember why that's important?
because they are her sons.
That's the one. Her
So I'm
name
trying
is
to-
her name is Rosie O'Malley.
Oh,
She's the
yeah.
missing mother to the O'Malley brothers.
So we give one the right glove, the other the left glove. They Falcon Punch together.
There you go.
Boom.
Magic.
Oh, I was making a meme, but apparently I was right.
No, that's exactly the intent. The gloves should be
Attaboy,
returned.
agent.
The gloves should be returned to her family. It's where she belongs.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know that it's their mother, they should still have what remains of her. It's the morally right thing to do.
It is.
When have
You
we been ever
figured
more?
you figured it out. Do you want to do it now or later or never?
I'm leaning towards never because I kind of like the glove.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's fair. I wanted this to be a moral dilemma to some degree.
Here's the
Once
thing.
you go-
though.
I wanted you guys to figure it out and then have the moral dilemma of, are you going to give the gloves to the guys who are pretty much the only bullies around?
Nope, we're giving them back. That's the plan.
You're gonna give them back?
We will explain that these were their mothers.
And they
and we
should have
found
them?
and they should have
Okay.
them back as part of who they belong to.
I assume you're at the junkyard and you're doing this then, or?
Yes.
Alright, so
Move your stuff.
Allison, move
to the
yourself to the
junkyard.
junkyard.
So is Charlie.
Charles
Gotta-
should also
gotta-
probably.
They've probably been following me just loop
So-
around town this entire time.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, Allison, you go up to the you see the O'Malley brothers. They're, moving equipment around.
By this point, I've probably already taken off the gloves.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do the thing. This is an important moment.
Yes.
You take the gloves off. It's fine.
Reggie.
They look over at you and kind of stop what they're doing for the moment.
You guys come here for a moment? Couple things for you.
They kind of look at each other, shrug, set things down, and come over.
So, you guys understand a lot of weird things been going on around here.
They nod.
And
Yeah,
we've
like your
recently-
hair.
we've recently discovered something from your mother.
They're
And-
immediately much more serious, and they're like, "Oh, we probably shouldn't have made jokes just now."
And it's something of hers that I thought you should have back. It's part of your family. As I would kind of just take the gloves out from my coat pocket and just kind of hand them out.
They look at the gloves, and keep in mind, you guys did use the gloves recently, so they currently have no letters, no symbols, nothing.
Mhm.
They're fully uncharged. You hold them out to Reggie and Ricky, and they look at each other, kind of have a quick little like, you, me, then, and then they kind of just each take a glove, and they look them over, just like, these are Ma's old boxing gloves, I think. She used
They
to
are.
bring them home sometimes.
We found them a little while back and figured out who they belonged to. I thought it best to give them back to you.
Ricky puts on the left glove. Reggie puts on the right glove. You now have a way to tell them apart.
Hell yeah.
And as they're putting the gloves on, you would be able to watch as all the letters fade in all at once, and the flower inscribed on the back comes in all petals at once, and their eyes tear up a little. And they kind of look at each other, and they're just like, what? Not sure what's going on or what you did to us, but they're kind of just wiping at their eyes, not sure why they're crying. But they just look at you and they're like, "Thanks. We've got
No
to
problem.
figure out why we're crying now."
Punch the
We'll
tears
leave-
away.
We'll leave the football gear and such behind the car wash for whenever it's time.
Sure.
Thanks for
Do
being
you-
here, guys.
Yeah. Just go.
Just gonna
Do you-
kind of walk over to Kelly and say,
Do
"You guys take."
do you turn and walk away?
I'm gonna walk over to Kelly.
As you turn and get a few steps away, you hear kind of quietly, "Dude, fucking quit crying!" And you hear one of them slug the other one. And then you hear a slug throw, and then you hear him punch back, and you hear a slight scuffle starting up, as it is with the twins, as is the
More.
norm with them. Don't worry about it; they'll be fine.
While I was past the treehouse, I probably also grabbed Riley by you. I forgot to mention.
Sure, Riley has been dragged to the junkyard. Riley, you're
What?
in the junkyard now. Too bad.
The fuck? I'm gonna stay in the middle.
Unless you were planning something important, you're in the junkyard.
No, I was
alright?
just kind of hanging out with the ferret, just kind of like spending some quality
All
time.
right,
I
in
don't
that
do
case,
that.
you're in the junkyard now.
Is that not important? Wait a minute.
Not nearly as much.
The ferret is important to me.
Then you can bring it with if you want.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm in the junkyard now, I guess.
You're in the junkyard. So you're all there. Things are being prepared. The sounds of construction is ongoing as the stage is being constructed, and pyrotechnics are being set up, and lights are being set up, and electronics for a band, amps and such, microphones are being set up, and Jeremiah Ryder, the big man, is working on the car wash teleportation machine, the Typhoon.
Gonna hand Riley a baseball bat and say, "Well, guys, this is probably going to be a very, very long night.
Why do I need a baseball bat?
Because if anyone in town sees what you are, Bug Boy, they're probably gonna flip their lid.
You know, you didn't have to say that in front of 9 people. Or
What, you
7
like
people.
bugs?
Thanks.
Welcome, buddy.
You know, I wanted to keep that a secret. I don't think I need my bug collecting nonsense to be had. But you had to be like this. You had to do me like this. How dare you?
What? You don't want to hear? No one. You don't think anyone wants to hear about your mint butterfly collection?
I am going to murder you.
As
Slowly
Kelly
from your
waits
sleep.
for the word about the stage being complete, she sits on the sidelines and starts doodling in her journal once more.
Nothing is wrong with entomology. It's perfectly
No.
fine.
But still,
It's not
though,
that
it's a thing I
weird.
would have liked to kept quiet. You know, I don't need people asking me about my bug collecting skills.
Fine. Though, then maybe I'll mention how you dress Mr. Mittens up.
Oh, don't you dare bring him into this. My baby is not to be questioned when he is dressed in his most finest affairs.
You mean the little pink dress?
Yes.
You know full well that mongoose would not let you put clothes on them.
I didn't say you'd want to do that. Didn't say you had.
You know full well you have no ability to force the mongoose to wear.
I have no ability to force the mongoose, but we're playing a game here. This is fine.
I guess. I just want to make clear that as much as you guys make things up on the fly, and I'm fully willing to accept that it's canon, this part is not.
Oh, I fully expected this wasn't. This is just me bullshitting and just doing something
Yeah.
dumb.
Bullying me. What is this bullshit?
But unless you guys have any important things you want to discuss or whatnot, I'm going to say things are probably going to wrap up around here. It's around 8
Cool.
o'clock, and the stage being done and all that is going to happen at the start of next session.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Kelly's currently just waiting for the word to go and get Trevor and the others. So she's currently just doodling on the sidelines because she doesn't know what else to do.
Fair enough.
Sounds good, honestly.
Yep.
Also,
Hmm?
before I go ahead and, well, it's not necessarily important to this session, so I could save it for before or after I ask you guys questions to award experience points. Would you like to do experience points now or in a minute?
I'll do it in a minute.
All right. So the thing I would like to mention before we fully wrap up and we get to experience points then is I have constructed a playlist which is going to be the songs the band will play.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I wanted to ask if you guys wanted access to the playlist now or if you would like access to the playlist after.
I'm
Or
down.
like, you know,
for
at the beginning of next session when you might actually have learned what it is.
We can probably we can wait, and I can possibly share the list in the chat in the sense of things, because
Yeah.
of the whole Twitch thing.
Yeah. To be fair, of course, the timing is not going to be 1-to-1 because
Yeah.
you know it's hard to do. But you know, I will mention during next session when certain songs end or begin.
Hello.
Yep, and we will do our best to keep up.
Fine.
Yes.
Shooter.
So that's about that. I will, of course, share that with you guys next session then, but it's ready whenever.
Mhm.
So I will go ahead and ask you guys those ever-present, ever-important 5 questions. If you answer one correctly, you will get an experience point. If you have 5 experience points, you can up one of your skills by 1 by spending those 5.
Ooh.
So it goes. So, question number 1. Did you participate in the session?
I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Yes, that's yeses all around. 2. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
Not this time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Today was a preparation episode, so it
Episode, if
goes.
you will.
But a few spare points here and there should help if you guys have uneven numbers, perhaps.
Yeah.
3. Did you use or struggle with your pride?
No.
Not really. No.
No.
Allison?
I spaced out for like a hot minute. What's happening?
We're awarding experience.
Oh shit, I bet.
Did you participate in the session?
Yes.
Have you been in trouble because of your problem or relationships?
Does breaking into a school count as trouble?
I would assume by the law.
Like we weren't caught, but
For the purposes of how the game works, I'm going to go with no.
okay, that's fair.
Did you use or struggle with your pride?
I mean, we tracked down the equipment, but we kind of already knew where that was. So
I mean, you also tracked down people.
that too.
Peeps. Whole
So-
dudes.
So if I could award a half point, I would award you a half point for using or struggling with your pride, but I can't, so I'll just give you the full one, alright? Just go ahead and give yourself
Okay.
a point for that.
Well, I mean, technically, I guess we did struggle because we couldn't find Oliver.
You
Oh
know,
my God.
do you remember how pride works? Do you remember that you can use it to automatically succeed in that aspect?
No,
Did you
I
know that you
completely forgot about that entire part of that section.
Yeah. We barely
You
use
know-
it.
Yeah, to be fair, if you had remembered and had used it, I would have just given you Oliver's location.
Listen, I'm kind of dumb.
It's alright. I don't expect you guys to remember the rules all the time, and again, I wasn't exactly hedging my bets on you guys finding Oliver. I didn't consider it important, and I still don't. He's a gag character.
That's what would have made it so important for him to be
I
there.
swear to God, if Oliver shows up in like things of the
Nobody
Flood-
likes Oliver. The only
I-
reason you
in the
like
flood,
Oliver
I
is because he
hate him
bothers.
so much that I like him.
Oh, whatever.
He's gonna show up in the flood just like a survivor or some crap.
Joey, in case you're curious, remember Randy from your campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Same voice.
Nice.
So you can understand why they care at all about Oliver's existence,
That's fair. I like. Yeah.
and why
Is it-
I do not care about his existence.
It's funny
Oh,
just because the
everybody
fact we like
wants
beating
to
him up.
vote for Randy.
Yeah,
I guess
pretty
so.
much. Pretty much. It's a slight difference, but it's pretty much the
Yeah.
same voice. 4. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Nope.
Nope.
Riley and Allison?
No.
Again, does breaking into his school with friends count?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, does that
Not-
count? Not enough because it's like it's closed. You know.
How many points do you each have currently?
One.
How that we've earned today?
How many do you have total?
4.
One.
2.
I have
I'm gonna
3.
say no. I wasn't asking you two because you two aren't relevant to the question, to the current question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, that you guys did not put yourself at risk.
Okay.
5. Have you learned something new, and what is it?
We finally found the goddamn machine component for the car wash.
Machine thing.
I will accept that.
Woo, 2.
So Kelly gets a point. Who wants to go next?
I learned that the O'Malley brothers will actually get extremely serious when it came to the topic of their mother.
I mean, she has been missing for a large portion of their life.
Yes.
They,
So I can understand
as-
why, but I
as
also learned.
much as they're mean and they're bullies, they miss their mother. But yes, you will get a point for that. All
Okay.
right. Riley or Charles? Who's next?
I can't say I learned anything. This is just one of the, it just happened. Nothing new. Besides the fact that I guess their dad decided to name themselves fucking whatever that was.
What was that?
I mean, the dad band. That was about it.
Dad break.
Dad break.
That break.
Fuck it,
missed
I'll
the
take
name.
it.
Break that.
missed the name of that. I'm so happy I get to hear. That's great.
Break.
Dad
love
break.
I love it. It's great. It's so bad.
That's the
I was
name.
I was very worried that it was going to be too bad and not the right level, but I guess
That's
it worked.
Best kind of bad. It's
I was-
dad.
I was like, I wanted it to be bad, obviously, but I was worried that it was that I leaned way too far into it being just a bad name.
But let me
Anyways.
iterate it like this real quick. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's dad.
Right. Riley, go ahead and give yourself a point.
I did.
Charles, have you learned something new, and what is it?
Don't think so. I learned about. Well, I mean, I knew about the machine and the stuff, but now I know what it all means.
I'll accept it. I mean,
All right, cool.
the others knew, you didn't, so I mean,
Yeah.
you get the freedom of being a fresh pair of eyes. You kind of get
Yeah.
special consideration for that question. So yes, if any of you have 5 or more points, you may spend.
I
5
only have
points
4.
to up one of your skills. That's unfortunate.
I got 2.
Actually, you know what? Who here has? How many does everyone have? Because I think Allison hit exactly 5. Charles has 2.
I have
Kelly
4.
has. Kelly has 4. Riley, how many points do you have?
3.
3. I don't want to play favorites.
Just do it. Just don't spare us the criticism and just do it.
Kelly, give yourself 1 experience.
Why?
Because you're at 4, and we're like right at the finale. Like you're not going to get another chance during season 1 to
Okay.
up a skill. So go ahead and give yourself an extra point,
5.
and then you can just up one of your skills basically for free because you have 5 points now. And I would like to get a vote if you guys think I should be nice and give you all 1 free skill. 1 free skill point.
Mm. I
'Cause
think
again,
Al-
you're not going to get another chance to level during season 1.
I think Allison should get a chance. Put some stuff into investigation.
What is
maybe.
contact?
Contact is your ability to call on someone. So like,
Mm,
hey, I might not know how to do something, but I know a guy. Contact is actually that's the better way to explain it. Contact is the I know a guy ability.
Okay.
Like Contact and Tinker are probably the two most broken ones, because with Tinker you can make things that will make up for your lack in other skills, and Contact you can call on people who are better at things than you.
Okay.
So they're both
Um,
very good skills to have, in my opinion. And I'm the DM, so I'm obviously,
He is the meta.
biased.
Okay. I'll just put one in contact then.
Yeah, because that'll give you the ability to be like, hey, I need someone over here who can do this, and they'll be like, oh, I'll be right there.
Fuck.
So,
Yeah.
my current thing is here's the points I have everywhere: 5 sneak, 5 force, 5 move, 1 calculate. I don't remember why I had that, honestly. I don't even use that. 1 contact, 5 lead, 2 comprehend.
Allison, I'm going to be honest. If you play your cards right, you're probably going to be one of the most important parts of the finale.
If I play my cards right, but I'm incompetent, so we'll find out.
I mean, I'm tempted to tell you, like, out of character after everyone else leaves and whatever.
Mm.
Just so you have an idea of what to expect. You call it a hunter's
cool.
instinct or whatever. I want to be nice and make sure that this goes well for you guys, because it'd be kind of sad if the finale
give
messes
out.
up.
I want to give Agent the thing as well, because the factor of Lady Luck does not like Agent
Yeah,
all too
so-
often.
So Allison, I'll send you a message, or I'll talk to you after everyone else leaves or something, and give you a basic rundown of not exactly what's going to happen, but why you're important.
Okay.
I'm gonna read out my skills just for fun. 3 sneak, 1 force, 5 move, 1 tinker, 1 calculate, 1 contact, 2 charm, 5 investigate, 4 comprehend, and 5 empathize. I'm currently in the mindset of just at least 1 dice in every skill at this point, so I just need program and lead in the sense of at least 1, because my mind stuff is pretty much nearly filled, other than comprehend. So
I am peak performance.
actually
Brain.
no, I'm gonna subtract contract, the one I just gave, and just put it in comprehend, because fuck it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, at least get that fucking filled up in the sense of things.
I'm basically just going all in on certain stuff.
I'm not too sure what I want. That's the funny thing for me. So
I don't know what I want. I just go with what makes sense for the character.
yeah.
And I
Well.
will remove the gloves from my inventory because I no longer have those.
Yes, the O'Malley brothers now have them. They're now in what?
Oh,
will
did
most
everybody
likely be
grab a
their partners.
walkie-talkie from Ted when they?
We can assume everyone did, but make sure to put them in your inventories just to be safe.
I mean,
I-
I still have mine.
Yeah.
Kelly has the other one of mine.
So that means
So I think-
Riley and Charlie are gonna be grabbing one of Ted's walkie-talkies.
This will be fun.
They're teddies.
Titties.
Teddy talks.
Hi, welcome to my TED Talk.
Welcome to my Teddy talker. My Teddy talkers.
Teddy walkers.
Walkie slosh.
Okay.
Bruh.
Is that it?
I think that's everything.
That
Yeah.
should be everything.
Oh yeah, I still have the scared condition. I just realized.
Bro, have you been rolling?
Yeah, you should probably lose that now.
It's fit-
Completely forgot about. I haven't rolled anything today, so it doesn't matter really. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's actually been very little rolling this. There's only been like
Prep? What do you mean?
5 rolls this entire session. Damn.
I mean, it was a preparation session. It was mostly just going and talking to people.
It was, so it's like,
Okay, I'm gonna
Nice.
raid Curb because I think he's streaming currently. So
Hella.
so with that, I'm gonna end the stream now.